Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Welcome to another stream. We'll talk about different subject in Islam, inshallah. But first, this one. Sorry. Yes, Martin. Yeah. Hello, my
Hey,
brother.
Muji,
Hello, how are you?
I'm good and you, man. I'm
I'm
good and
fine,
you.
thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you for
I
coming.
saw last stream, Muji. Friendly Muslim wasn't friendly with you, Muji.
It's okay. All right. So, how are you?
Did he? No, I'm good. Did he say anything else, or
No, just he left.
is he nicer with you now? Is he banning you from all the streams? Are
So
you allowed
far,
on streams?
uh, so far, he hasn't. No, I haven't tried to go to other streams yet. But of course, uh, I don't know if I played that one. Yeah, I think yeah that he didn't allow me, let me to go to that stream. He said that don't allow him because it will be go bad. Yeah, definitely because he knows that what will happen. They will definitely talk about Sharia, and then there will be those people will be revealed. So
But Muji, if all the Muslims ban you from all their streams, you're almost welcome on the Christian streams, right?
yeah.
So we won't ban you, Muji. We won't.
All right. No, not all do that. There are there is a stream that I used to go. Brother Rasheed also calling, and he's a good brother. Brother Khalid, open-minded. Yeah. So there are extremists everywhere. But I was going to play something. Uh, Let me see.
Rest.
Oh yeah.
But Muji,
Sorry.
your streamers
Friendly
are only
Muslim or progressive?
Sorry.
your mic is very soft and the video is very loud. I don't know
Oh
why.
yeah. Okay. I don't know. Let me see. I will bring
Check
down
if
the.
you can
Is it okay
change the
now?
mic volume.
Okay, I
Yeah,
changed it.
I can hear you, but the video is super loud. I don't know if other people have the same
Oh, right, you're
problem.
different, bro.
Hello,
Okay,
hi.
go.
Sorry, 2 3 weeks ago you were talking about freedom of speech about Salman Rushdie, and unfortunately, at the same time, you were, ignoring my freedom of speech based on. Okay. What the sound became better? Yeah, Martin, you are
Sorry,
muted.
the sound became better, but now it's too soft or something. I don't know.
All right.
Play some
Okay.
more or
All right. I will here. Okay. Let me see. Some false information.
Oh, you're that guy.
Yes. Okay. Well, you know
Hmm.
what is the problem is that I was trying to download it. You remember that I was asking you if you are member of his channel, yeah, Hari
Hmm.
Sultan, and you said you are not. So
Hmm.
I paid $1 to try to get this video, and somehow he has made it so that you cannot even download the video. Understand? So I was forced to.
Really? How did he do that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay.
I don't know. So I usually download videos from YouTube, but his was kind of impossible. From everywhere, every apps I went, and all of them they were rejecting. So somehow he has done something so that nobody can even download that one. So that's why
But
I
you
was.
can screen record it though.
Yeah, I did it through something called QuickTime. Okay, and this QuickTime
Mm.
record the computer's audio. Yeah, so that's why the audio became like this. Anyway, so this guy is. I have had. I had a debate with him 1 year ago, and he here says that it was one of the boriest time in his life, but in reality, it was one of the most difficult time in his life because he was totally. And at the end, he said that please don't go and say bad about me because he was. He even didn't know that he was denying that people used to bury their daughters alive 1400 years ago, And I said, even today they are doing it in India. He even was denying that until I gave him the evidence, So anyway, and it was, I think, 2 weeks ago, I was going to talk to him, and he said, "Oh, no, no, you are supporting an organization that is involved in violence, and that's why I will not talk to you because my friend Armin Navabi has told me that." Okay, so I went with a different name and I talked to him. I said that it is wrong of you to judge me based on one person's opinion. Okay, so you should at least ask me as well. And then this is his response. So this is somebody who's trying to judge Prophet Muhammad, who was living 1400 years ago. Then he's not here to defend himself. And look how he's judging me in 21st century, despite he can ask me and I can give him the proof. Look at here. I have gotten, and I told you that a good judge listen to both sides, the accuser and the accused one. So next time, I just would like to ask you. I don't have any fight against you, or I just would like to tell you that next time you hear something from somebody, you better hear both sides. Okay.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. So first of all, let me explain to you the concept of freedom of speech. So freedom of speech is with the states, not with individuals. So for example, I can block you, I can kick you out, and I can say, look, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, I don't want to see your face again, respect my privacy, get out. I can do that. That doesn't come under freedom of speech. I hope you understand that.
Okay.
Freedom of speech simply means that you can say whatever you want out there in the world, on your platform, on the side of the street or whatever. You can do all of that, but the state should not persecute you for that. But whatever you say, private organizations don't owe any freedom of speech to anyone. Facebook, YouTube, they can all shut us down because they have their own bylaws, they have their own principles, they have their own policies. And if they don't like something, if they don't, so much so, even if they don't like your face, but that would be discrimination. But they could make up something. But as far as the ideas are concerned, that is true. So that's not, I'm not contradicting myself when I said that I'm not going to talk to you. Now I'm going to tell you why.
You're muted, Muji.
Sorry, yeah, about this YouTube and those platforms, definitely if you violate their their rules, they can ban you. But I heard that even Poland, they said that they will fine, I think, Facebook for each person they just they ban without any good reason. Okay.
Yeah, I
So,
hope they do that with
yes, yes,
YouTube as well, because this
yes.
YouTube just bans everyone.
Yeah, yes, and then it's YouTube is censoring actually. So
Mm.
many times I put my
Even
comment.
Muji
Yeah, many times I put
censors
my
you.
Martin. Many times I put comment somewhere. Okay, I see it myself. I go from because I I see nobody responding. So I go from another account. I see that my comment is not there at all. Okay, so it's not even those who ban me. Some random new. YouTube channels that they have. I haven't never talked to them and so on. Non-Muslim even, for example. Yeah. So that's why I see that even this YouTube. Many times I answer somebody's comment, and then when I go back, I see that it has been deleted. So this is absolutely wrong. Yes, they do that, but it doesn't mean that it is right that they do that.
Mm.
Okay. So you accuse me for something and you don't allow me to talk. That's wrong. Okay. You can do that. Yes, but you don't have the right to do that. This is wrong from you. Okay.
Yeah,
So
they
I
block
don't
the
want to.
comments on your live chat as well, and then I have
yeah,
to approve it the whole time.
yeah,
It's crazy amount of approving, and 90% of the stuff is
yeah.
there's nothing wrong with it really.
I mean, I don't say anything wrong, anything bad to these people. I just put my comment, opinion, and I never say any bad words to them. So let's
Yeah,
see.
they block some words on
Mm,
YouTube. So if you use some words, then they block your
mm.
comment.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I actually don't know and I don't have enough time to investigate whatever you do say. I do know some people. I do know people like Armin Navabi, whose value, whose opinions and judgment I value a lot. So if he says, hey, look, this guy has some connections that would, be troublesome for you, I don't even need to ask him anything more. And I can say, you know what? It's not worth my time to listen to your story. I have spoken to you in the past before. To be honest, you're not really that interesting either. I'm not interested in your rosy picture of Islam. I'm not going to subscribe to your rosy picture of Islam. I told you that. Like, if you think that the Islam that you believe in, go and tell your Muslim community about that Islam. I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, but Harris, is your problem as well? Okay, yes, I'm fighting them. Yeah, but it is also your problem that support people like me. Yeah, help me to fight them. Such as because it is your life that is in danger. Yeah.
No, I will fight my. I will try. Look. We know how to fight this war. We are fighting. We may lose that or in individual capacity at some point, but we cannot speak with someone who is accused. I'm not passing a judgment. Who is accused of affiliated with some militias. Okay.
Okay. Look, this is absolutely a lie. They just don't want to talk to me. Okay, they use this one to not talk to me because this guy is talking to this ISIS follower Daniel Haqiqat Jew. Okay, he goes and talk to him and discuss with him. He's open to discuss with any radical, even ISIS followers to say, look, this is Islam. These are Muslims. So they don't want to accept that there is a different opinion or version or understanding of Islam, because if they accept that one, then they lose this business that they have. Okay, the business they have is spreading hate. Of course, there are many people whose business is that. Even there are governments who spread hate to sell weapons and so on. So these guys also, for example, for downloading this video, seeing this video, I should pay him $1, which I didn't want.
But did you cancel the subscription?
Yeah,
because otherwise you're gonna continue. You're gonna continue paying him.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to cancel it, but I was thinking now I have paid for 1 month. Within 2-3 weeks, maybe I need another video, so I will cancel it. Definitely, I'm not going to pay these people. Yeah. So now
because you can't hold me accountable, Muji, if you forget, and then you have $12 worth of subscription money that you paid. Did I lose connection?
Sorry? Yeah, I got. I thought my connection got lost.
Someone's connection got.
Yeah,
I'll check now.
Yes.
But I just said that you can't hold me accountable, Muji, if you forget to unsubscribe.
No.
And then...
I'll take that. I remember. Yes.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Assalamu alaikum, brother Sayyid.
Hello.
Assalamu alaikum.
How are you, inshallah?
Bas Allah ka fazal, brother.
All right. Just I will continue to play this, please. So you mean that if we fight ISIS, okay, is that violence? Yeah. If we fight Iranian regime is the biggest ISIS regime on the planet.
That's not my.
And we have been
that's not my
fighting that regime. Yeah. So if somebody says it's violent, then
as I said, I don't know. As I said, I don't know the nitty-gritty. I haven't read your.
Hello, my brother Steven.
Hey, how's it going?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you, brother?
All right. The audio is kind of low.
I know. Yes.
Figure out if that's on my end or your guys.
No. I said to Martin as well that I was forced to, because he has done something so that you cannot download his video. Yeah. So I was forced to play it from. Let me bring it up as well. Again, a little bit more, maybe, because.
You had to turn it down because of the video you're playing.
Yeah. I mean, they don't allow it. I just was forced to play. Record it through. From my computer by this QuickTime player.
It's all good.
Screen recording.
What's up, Martin? Hey.
I'm good, and you?
All right. Just at work, taking a quick break. Figured I'd join in and see what's up.
Brother. Yeah, thank you.
I saw last stream you helped a lot. You helped Muji a little bit.
I was trying to stay neutral, and then I also wanted to make a couple points of my own. I always come up with a question or two during the week, and then by the time I should probably write down the stuff that I want to think about, because by the time we get here, I just kind of free flow. I forgot what I was thinking about.
But that's good.
Yeah. All right.
As long as we can talk and be civil and lead
of
with
course.
some good points of views, they will keep happening, hopefully.
Yeah. Yes, of course. Just I want to say, I don't know if you were here from beginning. This Hari Sultan, he's a so-called ex-Muslim, and he, based on a friend of him, that I will play what kind of information this friend has. His name is Armin Nawabi. Yeah. Based on that information, of course, he's trying to find an excuse to not allow me to talk to him, because he doesn't like the version of Islam that I preach. Yeah, he liked the violent one. He liked the ISIS one. So to demonize
You're
Muslims,
like the thorn in their flesh, Muji. You keep irritating them. You make them mad.
The thing is that all of them have some some interest in, for example, this guy, those extremist Muslim, they don't want to be revealed for their radical views. Okay, and this guy doesn't want to people know that there are good Muslims as well. There are Muslims who he wanted to. I said that his job, his business is based on spreading hate against Muslim and Islam. So if he accepts that there is a good version of Islam, then he might be out of his job.
Your memento or your constitution that you have written up for that. I don't know. I don't have time for this. As I said, if you want to do something, go book a date with Armin Nawabi. Okay. If he says okay,
but I have talked to him. He say himself, I can play a video that he read from Wikipedia, and he say, I don't know. Okay, let's so far play this. This revolution. This is Armin Nawabi. Okay, I'm there with Friendly Muslim as well. Okay, this guy is his prophet. Hari Sultan's prophet is this guy. Okay, for this the Iranian regime and so on. So look at this Armin Nawabi. He doesn't know anything about my organization. He's reading from Wikipedia.
They knew who the hell are these mullahs. Okay, I got the narrative. Can I now read something?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so now I'm reading this. It says, by early 1979, so you said basically the MK was not involved in supporting the mullahs and the Islamic Revolution, okay?
No,
so
that's not.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let me read now the counter narrative, okay? And this is on Wikipedia. Maybe Wikipedia is wrong, okay?
Maybe,
let me just read it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see, maybe Wikipedia is wrong. Okay. So he doesn't know himself. He's not sure himself. Understand?
See, I'm being fair. I'm saying maybe Wikipedia is wrong, okay? It says, by early 1979, the MEK had organized themselves and recreated armed cells, especially in Tehran. The MEK, together with guerrilla organizations, helped overthrow the Pahlavi regime. So for people who don't know, the Pahlavi regime is the regime before the Islamic Republic of Iran, before the mullah. So by overthrowing the regime, they helped the Khomeini come to power, right? Limande reported that in the course of two decisive and dramatic days, the guerrilla organizations, both Marxist and non-Marxist, had managed to bring down the Pahlavi monarchy. Ayan Dagan, the independent mass circulation daily, wrote that it had been predominantly the Fadayan and the MEK who had defeated the Imperial Guards. Imperial Guards are basically the armed forces of the Pahlavi dynasty, right?
Okay, can
I finish this part? No,
yes,
wait, let me finish this part.
Okay.
In January 1979, Masoud Rajavi is the founder of the MK, was released from prison.
It's not a founder.
Or the main leader.
The main leader.
Yeah. Okay. The main leader.
The guy doesn't, it's like, Martin, it's like that. I want to, for example, somebody want to talk about Islam and say, for example, Ali, the prophet of Islam, okay? And then somebody say, no, Ali wasn't the prophet of Islam. Oh, it wasn't the prophet of Islam? No. So the guy doesn't even know who is the founder of my organization, okay? Understand? And this guy is the prophet of that Haris Sultan, and Haris Sultan blindly believe in this guy. Okay, so I don't. I think that it's enough for now to play, because it's all about this. That these people, they have zero knowledge about something, and they don't even want to, to talk to somebody who has the knowledge, who can explain for them. For example, he was saying that Wikipedia is written that MEK helped the Khomeini take the power, okay, by fighting the Shah, is absolutely ridiculous. Yes, we were fighting the Shah, okay, but we didn't want the Khomeini to take the power. Khomeini got the power because USA and UK, they talked to him in Paris, okay, while MEK was in jail. While they were in jail, they talked and they settled everything that, okay, Khomeini, you take the power, all right? So we couldn't do anything. MEK couldn't do anything. That we were fighting against Shah's dictatorship, that's of course, yeah, but it doesn't mean that we wanted that Khomeini take the power. Understand? So I removed these.
But Muji, did Rashid debate Armin? Because Armin said he wanted to debate Rashid after you got to debated them.
I don't know if he debated or not. I think not, because I haven't heard that. Okay.
That's the guy that you guys debated with, right? And T Jump.
Right. Yes, Rasheed. Yes, Rasheed usually comes.
You, Rasheed, and Rasheed debated that guy and T Jump, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So he's an atheist now, then, right?
Who?
The Armin.
Yeah, Armin
Yes,
is Armin is atheist, and he's very
ex-Muslim.
I tell you that I'm 100% sure, because I know my. Look, Martin, I know my country. Yeah, I know my country. The guy is look, Steven.
Yeah.
The guy is 40 years old. Okay, this Iranian government came to power 40.
Where's Armin from?
Armin is Iranian also. Yeah.
Okay, and does he speak Arabic?
No. He has been living in Canada. I don't know how long. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
Probably.
Yes.
I remember that debate. Like, I mean,
I'm
not familiar with what language he was speaking, but he was speaking a different language. And then when Rasheed started speaking, it's almost like they had an understanding between each other. Does Rasheed speak Arabic or no?
Yeah, no. Rasheed speak Arabic, I think, fluently.
So maybe Armin is just like studied on it. He's not like a fluent speaker.
No. He just maybe had learned
studied some words.
One verse, one verse. Or something. But I'm sure that he doesn't speak Arabic.
That debate was pretty much between you and Armin. I remember that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but the thing is that let me tell you that after the revolution, millions of people became atheists, or because of this regime, because they didn't know much about Islam themselves, and they thought what this government is doing is Islamic, and so, oh, look, Islam is this, yeah, because they just were blindly Muslims. So even I think his parents might have been, yes, Muslim, but not he himself. Okay, he has grown up by name of Islam. Okay, and then I was going to say, forgot about this Armin that forgot. Yeah. Anyway, so he has very narrow knowledge about. I was going to say like this, that he's very. I think he's a quite businessman. Okay. Because he sells T-shirts.
Does he have a lot of followers? The Armin guy, like, does he have a YouTube page?
No, look, he has a Facebook page with 2.2 million followers. Can you imagine?
Oh, dang! Yeah,
2.2 million, and then
so they're paying attention to him.
No, look, Steve, and he sell T-shirts. Okay, on T-shirts he put, and then he humiliate everybody's God. For example, he realized that Hindus are very sensitive, so he started to make avatar.
Yeah, they sell their soul for the money,
Yeah. Yes. Look, he started to he started.
There's a big market in there.
Yeah, he started to create avatar. For example, putting Jesus and their goddess, Hindu goddess, making love, such a things to sell.
Well, even if like say just pretending like atheist population, let's just pretend atheism, 20% of the world believes that there's no proof, and then 80% worship something, whether it be Christian, you know, Islam, or, you know, just they worship something. Even if you can market that 20% of the people, you can make a lot of money. That guy is probably making money if he has
Yeah.
millions of followers and he's selling merchandise, you know?
Yes, he's doing that. Armin, sorry, Martin, can you please check on Facebook because I'm trying to check Atheist Republic. I want to show you what he does in
Okay.
that. Yeah, he insult everybody's belief. You know, that's terrible of him. What he's
Yeah,
doing.
if someone offered me a deal and said, "Hey, you know, come up with things that go against, you know, God, so we can put them on a T-shirt and we'll give you 50% of the profit." As good as the money sounds, I just couldn't do it. You know, like I guess that's
Yeah,
just. And I've been watching. I don't know if you guys watch the Atheist Experience show with Matt Dillahunty. You know, he's like destroying like pretty much everyone that calls in and tries to prove that there's a God. And he's just sending them away like shocked, like, dang, maybe there isn't, you know. But me, I've had personal experiences in my life where I just can't explain it. And, you know, and it had nothing to do with lack of sleep, drugs, or alcohol, like just random little things that have happened that, like, when I was in the military or even in my house or on the streets where I'm just like, this is not a coincidence, you know, like there's, you know, I went to the cemetery and I was really young and I prayed and, you know, I've probably done some things that were not biblically, but it produced something spiritual. And there's no way that we're all here alone. Like, you know, that there's no other something other existence. So if I didn't have those personal experiences and, you know, just watching that show, the Atheist Experience, I mean, I would probably start questioning, like, man, maybe there isn't anything out there. But that can't happen to me because of all the things. And there was even a time, because I have a bad back from the army, from carrying so much heavy weight on my back. I was reading the Bible for like 14 days straight, and I was really, you know, deep into it, and I prayed, and it kind of has a bad ending of the story, but I prayed that, you know, my back would be healed. And for 3 days, I had absolutely no pain in my back. Not one day, not two, 3 days. And then for some reason, it was like muscle memory. I always stretch in the morning, you know, and do my stretches to make my back feel better. Why would I stretch if my back already feels good? I stretched like an idiot, and next thing you know, my pain was back. It's almost like I doubted it or something. And I mean, just unexplainable little things like that. It's like, you know, it's not a coincidence, you know. And my back still hurts to this very day. So kind of bad ending to a story, but unexplainable, you know.
Yeah. I just was showing, you know, some of his. I don't know if you saw some of his stuff he's selling. Let me see. It went. I don't know what happening with this.
Yeah, and I don't know if you guys know what generally like Pacific Islanders look like, you know, like Samoan and Tongan, Fijian people. They're big, brown, and big guys, you know. And you guys seen me on my video. I mean, I pretty much look white. And one time
Mm.
I was in the army, I locked myself out of my barracks room, and out of nowhere, this guy came up wearing like all white, and I had nothing on, like no shoes on, nothing. I walked outside to smoke a cigarette, and I left my cigarettes inside. And this guy walks up and said, "Hey, you want a cigarette?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Hey, are you Tongan?" And I'm like, I mean, it just made no sense. Like, how, like, kind of creepy, you know,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, look at me, like, I'm white. You know, if you
Yeah.
look
Yeah.
at a Tongan people, they're big, brown. You know, even if they're not big, but they look like indigenous. You know, like they're Pacific. They're, you know, so I mean, just weird stuff like that. I mean, I can't explain it, and there's so much more. You know, I don't know, you know, crazy stuff has happened, and it's not, it's unexplainable to me. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Uh,
my story for today.
yeah, of course, yeah. But anyway, you saw. I think you saw the some of those blasphemy. You know, avatar he had put. I was trying to uh, show more. But anyway, he's a businessman, and then he just tried to humiliate people's beliefs for getting some money.
He might as well start selling cigarettes.
Yeah, I mean, some people.
If you're
Yeah,
gonna try to
somebody.
destroy people's faith, you might as well just finish the job.
Yeah, somebody. I mean, there are people, many people that they do whatever for money. Okay, so for them doesn't matter what. Understand? So you guys talk. I want to find something for Martin.
Muji, and wanted to say is Stefan, you have a little bit. Steven, you have a little bit of echo there, but okay. What I wanted to say is, Muji, I don't want to offend you, but I think that
Oh, no,
radical.
You offend me. Okay, so, no, you know that I don't get offended.
You already offended him. No, I'm just kidding.
Just by saying, I hope I don't offend you.
No, tell me.
I think the problem, you will only have problems with radicals if the religion has bad radical stuff in. Like if you have a radical Christian, he's going to be radically loving towards people. You understand? If the fundamentals of the religion is bad radical, then you're going to get perhaps bad radical guys. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
You mean that the religion itself is radical, yeah? Or
yeah, what I mean is, like, I think the problem is not in Muslims. I think the problem is in the religion itself, in the hadiths that you find problematical.
No, it's definitely the problem is there, and in those Muslims who don't understand, they don't have the brain, the capacity to analyze it, to search, to compare it to the main scripture, which is Quran. Okay, so when they cannot do that, they just blindly follow. That's their problem as well. Understand?
So you say it's both. It's both in Muslims and
but
in the hadiths.
In the hadith, yes, but because of course, Quran. I say when you match these hadiths to Quran, like I have done, then I see that no, absolutely these are against the Quranic teachings. Okay, and I have become a much better person because of because of what I have read in Quran, what I have learned from Quran. I don't know why they don't understand it, why they don't get it. Understand? It is their problem.
People with autism noted significant.
I hear something playing.
Yeah. I'm going to play something later. Okay.
Okay. Do you want to play it?
Just a second. Is that guy? Yeah, because.
Which guy?
Because you were telling me that I don't. I don't believe in propaganda. So I have seen a lot.
You don't believe in my? You call my stuff propaganda, yeah.
No. I'm just.
If you lived in Moses' day, you would have said it's propaganda that he changes the snake.
No. I just want to play it for you so that. Let me see. Yes, so that you see that I cannot believe in such a things at all. Doesn't matter what they are. Look.
Who is this, Muji?
It's
another false prophet or what?
Yeah, it's no. He doesn't say that. Let me see if I can stop it. Let me. I put it in mute. He's just reading Quran. Okay, so he's just a charlatan. He doesn't say that he's he's a prophet or something. He just.
Muji, me and you both agree that he is.
What is he? What did he do?
He's the woman.
Like, why are they so happy now? Did he just fix her mouth or something?
Yeah, no, she cannot speak, and she's the how do you call it?
Oh, she's like a mute.
Mute. She's mute. Yeah, and he put his finger in her mouth, and then he read some a verse of Quran, and she's looked so happy she can now talk. Understand? So,
but Muji, You're currently like an atheist, Muji, showing this video and saying then that something else like Jesus didn't happen, Muji.
No, no, no,
Jesus
no.
doing
Look, look.
miracles. You
No,
understand?
no. Okay,
Jesus
look.
did miracles, Muji.
Another one, another one. Look,
Yeah.
Martin, Jesus,
Muji.
Jesus was prophet of
It's like
God.
slapping
Okay?
her
Yes.
head.
Yes, yes. And then and then I see how they play because I'm a film director myself. I see how these people act. You know their action. Understand? So another thing is that Martin. So you believe that this guy has the miracle? Yeah. So
I am very skeptical about this, Muji. I'm very skeptical.
no, I mean
I
the guy
don't
is
call
Man,
it
doing.
that
propaganda like Muji
I,
does with my videos. I don't call it
I see. I
propaganda.
know. Look, I see clearly.
what if you were the guy that had a cousin that you know never spoke since birth, and you went over there and he just did
Okay. Look.
that, and then
Yes.
your cousin
Yeah.
just started
Exactly.
talking to you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty
Steven.
intense. That's
No. No.
pretty.
No,
You know, I don't
Steven.
know these people, but I don't know
No.
if they're faking or not.
No. No. Steven. If look, I said last time to Martin as well. If this is true, then he should show it to scientists, to doctors. You know, a lot of people because this is a miracle. But nobody's talking because about this. He just put it on his YouTube, and some people who just believe in everything, yeah, they will watch it. Okay. Otherwise, that this is if this is real, and he's doing it all the time. So many people come, you know, and he has so many videos of different things that people are, handicapped. They start to walk. Look, he's just showing himself. You don't hear, you know, he's a very bad actor as well. Okay,
Yeah, I
so
mean,
why
it
you
could
ask?
be like a placebo effect, you know.
Look, yeah, look,
Or he
Stephen.
could be a false
Yeah.
prophet
No,
performing
look, no,
miracles.
no, he's not. He's not at all. He doesn't claim that he's a prophet. Okay, so he claimed that he's curing
False
people. Like
teacher, perhaps.
yes, yeah. Look, I say, you know, the guy knows that she doesn't hear, she doesn't talk. Why should you do like this front of her? You don't hear? No, of course, she doesn't hear. Understand? He does this to everybody. Everybody come to him.
At least he's wearing gloves.
Sorry,
No,
at
I was
least.
like, at least he's wearing latex gloves, you know.
Yeah. At least yes, at least that one. Yeah. So I don't know. Let me
So
see.
Muji, is that what are you trying to prove, Muji? That you shouldn't trust my videos because this guy is false. Is that your argument, Muji?
My argument is that
No, his argument is there's healing in Islam, you
no,
know.
No, there's
look,
no healing there.
The healing
no,
power is in Islam.
no. Amarty, Stephen,
Yeah.
my
Mm.
argument is that these people cannot make miracle. Miracle was only to the prophets that God chose. Not all prophet had even miracles. Prophet Muhammad, he didn't get any miracle. Okay, and there were other prophets who
He
didn't
did,
get.
Muji.
No, he didn't
He
get.
did.
Okay.
The Quran is his miracle according to
Yeah.
Muslims.
That all right.
So he
Yeah.
did get. So technically, Muji is wrong, right?
No. Look.
And he split
No,
the moon.
No, but the moon splitting, I don't agree with that.
That moon
I'm
splitting
just
is
kidding. I'm not trying to
yes.
hate. I got
No,
no
I know.
disrespect for anyone.
No,
But
Mr.
I'm just
Stephen.
having fun with you guys.
No, Stephen, please, Stephen. We know, we know that. Okay, you don't need to explain. Understand? We know that you are just joking. Okay. So anyway, Stephen, the book, I mean, miracle in that way. Okay, the book itself for me is a miracle. Yes, I will explain why and so on. But the miracle that these people do, yeah, these types of miracle, God didn't give to the miracle, like for example, He gave to Moses, to Jesus, peace be upon him. God didn't give that one to Prophet Muhammad. But these guys, they have these miracles. I don't know from where they got it. Okay, let me stop this one. It's
Perhaps
amazing.
both can be satanic miracles, Muji. You never know.
So
So
so I don't know how to word this. In the Quran, when they speak about Jesus, they say he was perfect, right? Like
he
there's
was
nothing
perfect.
really bad written about him. Like a bunch of other prophets, like say Jonah, you know, he disobeyed. That's why he got swallowed by the big fish.
Mm.
You know, Moses killed a guy, you know, when he was standing up for the Israelite that was getting beaten. I mean,
Yeah.
all
Mhm.
these prophets have a little bit of a, they're not perfect. But what does the Quran say about Jesus? Is there anything that goes against him in any bad way?
No. I
I think
haven't
it
seen
says
that.
he's holy and sinless and stuff. Like.
No,
And
I mean,
and he's
I
the one
mean,
that
he's
is
innocent. Yes,
predicted
yes.
to come back, right? The second coming,
Mm.
No. That's
the
something.
the
That's
end of
According
times.
to most Muslims, yeah,
no,
but
no. Some
which
Muslims
is special.
believe. No, some Muslims believe, but there are Muslims who don't believe that's about that because Quran
I
talk.
honestly believe that if, because obviously Islam and Christianity, go against each other because of the belief that we have of Jesus. I think personally that Islam would have done a better job if they just completely denied Jesus altogether. The fact that they actually acknowledged that Jesus was alive, that he was holy, and the only thing that there is a difference in is that he wasn't crucified, died, buried, and raised. If that's the only thing that's non-believing, I mean,
No,
that
look.
gives me no
Yeah,
problem
yeah.
to
No,
that
yeah.
doesn't make me not believe in Jesus at all. Like,
No.
it would have been better to say we believe in Moses, Elijah, you know, um, David, everyone. Who's Jesus? I don't know who's that. But the
Mm.
fact that you acknowledge Jesus, it kind of just kind of puts you in a bad place because the Quran itself says that he's holy. He was perfect, and he was born of the Virgin Mary. Like, I mean, come on. Like, how do you get any more obvious that he is who he is than that?
No, look, Stephen, we just don't believe that he was son of God or God because Quran says that he wasn't. He was just a servant of God, like all other prophets. Okay, just he was special in this way that he was born of a virgin. Okay, and that's in reality
But
that
didn't
shouldn't.
Muhammad put his hand on the Bible and say, "I agree with what's written in your book"?
Uh, I mean,
In the Hadith, he
Oh, that's
did.
a hadith.
The Jews,
yeah,
yeah, the Jews
Okay.
came to him for
Because,
judgment, and
if
yeah,
Muhammad was around in like what the year, let's just, I don't know, 600 something, right?
yes.
Right. So by then, they, Jesus died 600 plus years prior. I mean,
Mhm.
the book that he had to have been affirming was the entire Bible, meaning, you know, at least what I would think is he's affirming, the New Testament as well, which would clearly say all the things that was said about Jesus, unless he was saying, I believe in 99% of this book, but that one piece about Jesus raising from the dead, I don't. But I don't think that was written in the Hadith either.
Okay.
yeah. I was talking a little bit with Nazam about this thing that Muhammad only came 600 years after Jesus, and by then there was like copies all over the place. So you can't change it. Then it's all over the world. And Muhammad even agreed with the Bible multiple times in the Quran and in the Hadith. The Hadith that we were talking about is where the Jews came to Muhammad and asked him for judgment, and he put the Hadith, the Bible there. He asked for the Torah and said, "I believe in who made you and the one that is behind you and
It's
stuff."
it's rough, like, because I would assume that even though, as a Muslim, you don't believe that Jesus is the Son of God or he was died and buried and risen, but at the same time, you would believe that God does have the power to do such things, so there's no limit. He could have done that, but you just, you don't want to believe that it actually happened. So part of it is, if it did happen, it would verify the fact that he was given his life as a sacrifice for sinners, but you don't believe, so therefore you're putting your salvation on yourself, where you would think, I got to do more good than bad, I got to pray and do all these things. It's almost like that little bit of doubt or difference dictates how you perform your religious activities. And just because Christians believe that Jesus died for their sins, it doesn't give them a free pass to go around and steal and then pray and steal and pray. You do good because you do believe, because you do not want to put that burden on Jesus, even though he's taken it for you. it's just really rough. It really bothers me that all the difference in beliefs, and no one can really completely prove what is 100%. It's always their own opinion, what they believe, what they're raised by. They research, they still can't come up with a conclusion. It's almost like you just got to go by faith and pray that God believes in your heart or something. It's really rough. It bothers me sometimes.
All right. No, I just would like to tell you what I have learned from the Quran is that it's all about you do good deeds and avoid bad deeds, and that's all God wants for us, that we have a better life here, and these differences, these different beliefs shouldn't make us against each other. Okay, so at the end of the day, as long as you believe that you have to love people, love one another, and help each other, and so on. You don't have to rob people, you don't have to kill people. That's the most important part. And I was going to play
But
now
Muji,
this.
you're kind of insulting all the Christians and Muslims
Yeah.
and Jews
In which
by
way?
indirectly, Muji,
No,
indirectly.
how?
Okay,
How? Tell me, tell me.
how you do it is, Muji, is you say that the scriptures, that there wasn't one group that could save the scriptures, that could preserve the scriptures, not one group. So you insult all the groups and you insult God, because he says in your scripture and in our scripture that his word, he protects his words multiple
Mhm.
times. He said it in the Bible and he says it in the Quran as well.
Yeah, yeah.
So you
But
insult God as well. That's blasphemy,
no,
according
no.
to the
I don't know about. I don't know.
indirectly without
No, no, no,
realizing it.
no. Look, Martin, I don't know about if it is written in Bible. I'm not so expert in that, because there are people like Nazam. They have been studying a lot Christianity and so on. But I
Yeah,
didn't.
he's
Yeah,
following Muji. He's
yeah,
following the example of the snake that
yeah.
try to
In
people to get doubt in
Yeah.
God's
in
words. Yeah,
in
he's
uh
following that
in
example.
Islam's defense, us Christians are pretty lucky to have a New Testament. Imagine if it's
Mm.
only Old Testament. Like, you know, people say, "Oh, Islam is so radical and everything." I mean, in the Old Testament, man, I mean, they were pillaging villages, killing babies,
Mhm.
Mm.
stoning adulterers. I mean, that
Yeah, I
New
was going to
Testament
talk about
really,
that.
that New Testament really saved a lot, because
Yeah. No, no, no.
But I
I
like
was.
what
it
Muji
was
Look,
said.
pretty
Yeah, I
wild
like
back
what
then.
Martin.
Muji, last thing, and then you can say, I liked what you said last stream, Muji, that surah is quite nice, where they say that the people of the book, they are good people that recite what God has revealed,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
don't just recite it, we copy it and spread it.
Yeah,
So,
yes, act upon it. It says that
mm,
you act upon it, and so on. So
so I like that.
anyway, no, yes, exactly. So what I was going to say is that uh, about I was explaining that I don't know if it's written that God will save the book. I mean, Bible and Torah. Of course, it's written about Quran, but the thing is that this is. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to insult, but just say I say that for me, it is impossible. For me, it is impossible that God, the most merciful and forgiving or loving God, according to you, give those orders about killing children, stoning adulterers. And I know very well that these, acts were done by pagans. These are pagans' practices. Okay,
Well,
and
that's the number one attack on Christianity that atheists use, because we
okay,
say God is love,
okay,
God is righteous, God is perfect, and then they say, is God love? Okay, well, do you believe in slavery? We say no, we don't believe in slavery. Okay,
okay,
then how come in the Old Testament, he teaches you, an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. If you can beat your slave as long as he doesn't die within 2 days, bam, hitting us. Oh, God is love. Oh, how come he advocates, you know, bashing in little kids that are defiant to their parents? Honor your father and your mother. I mean, I don't know where these verses are, but they're like cherry picking them out of the Old Testament, where
Okay.
there are
Yeah.
pieces in the Old Testament that seem pretty nasty. And then you say, oh, but that's the Old Testament. You know, we're in a new covenant. Oh, I thought God is never changing and always the same. And it's like, oh my gosh, you know, that's
No, no,
why
no.
the
I'm
Old
not doing
Testament
that.
is going to be a little
No,
kick to the
no,
shin.
no, no. Stephen. For example, I said the verse "an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth." It is even in Quran. Okay, so it is, and I know why it came. I have explained it many times that you have to put it in the context. Okay, in the context is that at that time, if you took my eye, I would kill you. Okay, I wouldn't just take your eye; I would kill you. And I would, if I had the power, I would kill your family and everybody. That's why God says that no, don't go above limit. Okay, only that. Okay, equal punishment. And then in Quran says that, but if you forgive, it's better for you. So I understand that those time wasn't possible to tell people not to punish. Okay, so the only way was to tell them,
It's
okay,
because it's the old times. They kind
yes,
of,
yes, exactly.
it was
So
like
in those times,
their
yes,
best
yes,
best
yeah,
solution for the time at hand.
at
You know,
the
they
time, yes,
gradually, as we
no, yeah,
evolved as a community and
yeah.
as
Stephen,
people, we
Stephen,
learn. Like that's what I've
no,
noticed. You know, like
no, but
we're changing. Religion has evolved.
yeah,
It's not
yeah,
the same as it was, you know, 1,000 years ago. We're definitely a lot more civil.
yes, yes. What I'm saying is that, Stephen, that those time the verse is a better solution to what was before that. This is, maybe I put it in this way. It's better. The better solution for what was before this verse. What was before was that you would kill. Let me put it so far. Uh, yes, here's, and then I will play that one later. Anyway, yeah, at that time they would kill. For example, if you took my eye, people were living in different villages, or they were living in different tribes. So if you took my eye, then I would, with my villagers, with my tribe, we would attack you and kill many people there. Okay, so that's why this verse came. No, 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 don't do that. Just one eye for one eye, a tooth for a tooth, okay, a life for a life. All
And
right.
it
So
almost
these,
teaches a sense of responsibility. You know,
yes, yes,
instead of having your whole family or village suffer for your action, you pay for your
yeah,
own action, you
yes, yes,
know, in a
yeah.
sense of
Anyway,
like fairness in a
yeah,
way.
exactly. But the thing is that these stoning adulterers, my proof is that the same people, the same pagans, because it was done by pagans, Roman pagans, they were, doing these acts, and they, inserted in different religion, and they tried it. Not, of course, only Romans, but all pagans. They even tried to do it with Quran. Okay, Stephen, that's a great fact. But because Quran was memorized by many people, it was protected as God promised. So they
The same
came
with
with,
the Bible, Muji.
yes, but they came with fabricated hadiths. Okay, but Martin, they inserted in Bible and
So
okay,
Muji,
the
do you
Old
know
Testament.
how
The
Muji? Do
Old
you know
Testament.
how many prophets came in the past, Muji? They all had books,
Many.
Muji. They
Yes,
all
they
had
hey
are.
books.
Martin, I don't know if
Muji
you
says
know
all of the books are corrupted. All of
Yeah.
the
when
Muji rejects
when the
all the
angel,
prophets,
oh
all
go
of
ahead.
them,
Wait.
because all of them almost contradict what is in the Quran, what's found in the Quran and
No,
Hadith.
no, no. I'm not talking about contradiction. What I'm talking about, Martin, is that they tried, the same people, they
How
tried
do you
to
know, Muji?
insert
Where's this evidence?
what
Where's
that
the
they tried,
evidence, Muji?
that they
Yeah,
tried
who's
to.
these people?
No,
Muslims or who is it?
no. I mean, the same set of mind, the same set of belief that, oh yeah, a woman commit adultery, we have to stone her to death. So that's why these people, they wanted to keep these all the pagan ritual. For example,
No,
let me
I
tell.
think just Muhammad copied and Hadith copied it from the Bible. That's what I think. It's the Old Testament, the
Even
Jewish
the
laws.
No,
Israelites
which one?
wanted
What they
to
copied?
maintain
No,
Egyptian religion when they made the
no,
golden
no,
calf.
no,
When
Martin,
Moses
Like,
Martin,
took so long to come back.
Steve.
It's like in their it's in people's nature to rebel against God.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, I
in
know.
the Exodus, like what? Like every so often they like they run out of water. Oh, forget this. We should have just been slaves, like always turning away. After all the miracles they see, they still defiant, so many times. That's why they were in the wilderness for 40 years when only takes like 7 days to walk from Egypt to Israel.
Yeah, Martin.
Mhm.
What I was saying, I was talking about just these stoning adulterers. Okay, for now that they were trying because they wanted to keep these sentence for. So that's why they tried to insert it in Quran, but because it was protected, that's why they came with these fabricated hadiths that the verse came down, but it was eaten by a goat. Okay,
Well,
and
Muji, do you agree that the Bible and the Torah and the Gospel was still in Muhammad's day? Was it still there? Was it still
yeah,
preserved? Because he was pointing towards it. He was saying Christians should go with the Gospel and the Torah, and that the Jews should judge by the Gospel and the Torah. So do
Quran
you
says
agree? Like 600 years of copying and spreading the
no. Look,
Bible, and suddenly, when did it become corrupted? According to
look,
your
look.
theory?
It was about definitely one particular judgment, and for sure that I don't know what was that. Okay, and it was there, so that's why Quran says that you can judge by that. Okay, you have it already. So not everything there, because Quran itself, another place says that they say it, yeah, it says that they write by their own hands this scriptures and say this is from God. For
Yeah, and that's what
yeah,
Christians would say about the Quran.
yeah. But anyway, no, I'm saying that this is what Quran says. Okay. So
Yeah, I
what?
know.
No. What I'm saying is that first of all, I say Ibrahim says salam alaikum, my brother. Anyway, so this is what Quran says. Okay, and my belief. Okay, this is what I believe. All right, my belief is that those verses about stoning adulterers and so on, killing apostates. So this is my belief that these are not from God. Okay, they were this practice was done by Romans, by pagans, and they wanted to keep it, and it wasn't done. It wasn't done only it was done only against women, not against men. Stephen, you have some noises. I will. So anyway, sorry, Stephen. Anyway, so this practice was done against women because men could have as many as wives or girlfriend, lovers they wanted because they had the power. So it was only women who were forced to, if they were not satisfied with their husband or husband didn't take care of them sexually or whatever, they would have, for example, like we know from that incident that they were going to stone a woman and Jesus peace be upon him saved her. Okay, so we know that they were doing it against women because men didn't need to cheat on their wives. They just would go and grab a woman and bring home and say, "This is my wife." Okay, they had
But
this
Muji,
power.
in Jesus's case, Jesus didn't say it's wrong. She deserves it, but he saved her. You understand?
No,
There's a different. She
no,
deserves hell. In
no,
fact,
no.
Muji,
Okay,
that's
all right.
much worse than
No. Look,
it's mere
no, Martin.
stoning. You understand?
Jesus, no. Jesus didn't say she deserved it. Jesus said, "The one who has no sin threw the first stone."
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and who
You
didn't have the
understand?
yeah? I
He
know.
didn't say no,
No,
don't throw
okay. So
stones.
if the
You
all right,
understand, Muji?
no, wait. If I say this is a law. He put this law that the one who has no sin should throw. If she deserved it, okay, the only
Yeah, he
one.
was pretty much saying none of you can throw the stone.
Yes,
He
because
Yeah,
wasn't
because
okay,
he
everyone's
wasn't
guilty.
saying it's allowed. He was almost
no,
saying like, none of you can throw
Martin,
it. Everyone is
Stephen,
innocent.
Stephen,
They were making a trap for him. That was what they're trying
wait,
to do.
Stephen, Martin
Yeah,
said
same with the taxes and the money. Who do we pay the taxes to?
Mm.
Give
Stephen,
Caesar what Caesar's, give God what's God. Tithe.
yes,
Mm.
Stephen, Martin says she deserved it. My argument is that if she deserved it, the only one who didn't have any sin was Jesus. So he shoot through the first
And he
stone
saved
and
her.
said, and no, look, he shoots through the first stone if he wanted, if she deserved it, yeah, to be
That's
stoned
true.
to death.
That's true.
If,
He would
if,
have been. He would have
Muji, me and
literally.
you both
He would
deserve
have
hell,
literally been the
Muji.
only one
You
that
and
would have
me
been
both deserve hell, Muji, and
Martin,
God saves us. Okay?
Martin, let Stephen say. Stephen say.
No, yeah, you're right. Technically speaking, if the
He
law was
saved
the
her.
law and
Yes,
only the person without sin could throw the stone, Jesus would be the only one that could throw the
exactly.
stone. But rather than throw the stone,
Hmm.
he's gonna die for her sins in
He
time to
saved
come.
her. Yeah, he saved
Yeah,
her
save him.
because
Just like God
no,
saves us,
no,
Muji.
because look. He saved her because, according my understanding, she everybody makes sin, okay, and everybody have the right to repent. It is not exactly that moment, maybe tomorrow, maybe next year, maybe in the future. So God has given us all the opportunity to learn
Yeah, he
and
definitely gave her an opportunity to repent
exactly,
at that moment. Yeah, and he told
So
her,
what?
"Go,
Exactly,
go and sin no more. You know, be more. You know,
exactly,
that was definitely a
exactly.
wake up call for that girl. I guarantee you, you put any woman in that position where she's about to get stoned, and Jesus come and parts you away from that mob, you're gonna think twice before you do it again. You know."
Yeah, but it's not. It shouldn't be, Stephen. This is my argument with others as well. We shouldn't sin because we are afraid. We shouldn't sin because we understand that it is wrong. Okay, and we shouldn't sin because we don't need it. Okay, so we have to. I say that we have to create a world, a system that people don't need to do to commit crimes. They don't need to sin. Okay, so
Yes, like a loving world, Muji,
yeah,
where we
yes,
don't
the
sin
loving
because we
world.
love God and
Yeah,
each
the
other,
loving,
Muji. You
the loving
understand?
world.
That would be
I,
heaven.
yes,
And
Yeah.
I got a serious question.
Even on earth.
yes,
Um, didn't
that's the
Muhammad think it was the devil at first that came to him when he
no, no,
first
no,
started getting his vision?
It's in the
And
hadith, yeah.
no.
was
That's
that in the
Stephen.
Quran?
But Muji would
No, no,
obviously
no,
he
no.
would
That's
deny
Stephen.
those hadith,
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
in the hadith, yeah.
no.
Martin,
That
aren't you the one that said that,
But the-
Martin? You said that
this
when the angel came to Muhammad at the very
he was
first
very
time,
scared, yeah.
he thought it was like a demon or the devil, right? He couldn't believe it at first.
Yeah,
no.
because he was super scared, scared the hell out of him, and he was in a cave, coming in contact with this thing, and this thing was gripping him so hard three
Yeah.
times,
Is that a
Stephen,
super
hadith
hard,
or is
and
that
telling him
hadith.
hadith?
to read, but
Stephen.
he knows Muhammad can't read, so
Uh,
he's like gripping, choking
no,
him or something.
yeah. These are
Um,
hadith, Stephen. These are
yeah,
Oh, it's a
hadith.
but
hadith.
obviously
Oh,
Muji
Yes.
was rejected. So
Yeah. Of course, I reject it.
I
Yes.
was
we're in
gonna
the
say,
Muji.
if that was
On
in
what
the
basis do
Quran,
you reject it?
that'd be kind of
Muji?
scary, you know. That what if he came and said, "Oh, everything is true except for Jesus, the one and
Mm,
only true way to salvation." Oh
mm.
no,
No,
But
no.
Muji,
It's
why do you
not hadith.
reject it? What's the reason, Muji?
What? What's the
What's
reason?
the
Why?
reason for rejecting that hadith where Muhammad comes in contact with Angel Gabriel in the cave and he chokes him and tells him to read? We can go and read the hadith if you want to, and then you can
Yeah,
tell
but
me why you would
yes.
reject it.
Okay.
and
But
that's kind of a way of like, why would someone that follows Muhammad, that reveres him, write something that would make him look less? That's kind of like those stories that make things
Mm,
more true. Kind of like,
okay.
how the
mm,
in the Bible, Peter
mm.
denies.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a principle of embarrassment,
All right.
Stephen.
Yes.
But you broke up, Stephen.
Yes. Yes.
It kind of
Stephen.
makes the story feel a little more true because they're
Yeah,
not
you
just
broke up
saying,
though.
"Oh, so." But anyway,
All right.
go ahead.
All right. Yes. We understood what
Yeah,
he
it's a
said.
principle of embarrassment. They
Yeah.
say that if something is
There you
embarrassing,
go.
then
No. No.
yeah,
No. 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 It's not that, Martin. No. It's
that's why
look.
the atheists take the embarrassing parts in the Bible more serious. Like they probably agree that that probably happened. Like Jesus
Okay.
being crucified, that's embarrassing to
Mm.
some people, so they would agree with that.
All right. So let me tell you, there was somebody said why I forgot his argument as well. But anyway, these people, unfortunately, Stephen, Quran says itself that they write the scriptures, okay, and with their own hands, okay, and say this is from our Lord for selling it for some, coins. All right. So this is what I have
But you
said
can
it
say
many
that
times.
about anything, Muji. You can
Yeah.
say that about the Quran or anything. It doesn't prove that the
Okay.
Bible
Yeah.
has been corrupted. Yeah.
Mhm. No, no, no. Look, I'm talking about these hadiths, okay?
Oh,
Right,
okay,
I
the
was
hadiths.
yes, yes. I was talking about the hadiths, that why these people do that, because Stephen's question
But
was
how are we gonna
why,
realize which
why.
hadith then, Muji?
Yeah, but
Because
I have said it many times, Martin.
that it's
But
Quran
yes, if
contradicting the
yeah,
Quran, but that
exactly.
hadith doesn't contradict the Quran.
If
The
you have a
hadith doesn't
question
contradict.
about which hadith to trust, just ask Muji. He
No,
knows.
no.
I'm
Look,
just kidding.
no, no, look. Even I say that. I've said
It
it is
might be
not so.
fabricated.
No, no. Stephen, I've said it many times. Not so difficult. If it contradict Quran, then it is okay. So you
What
said
if it
now,
doesn't, Muji?
yeah. So there are hadiths that doesn't contradict Quran, but it doesn't make sense either. Okay, that why? I mean, you have to have some understanding that this hadith is for example, what you say that if it happened, then Quran should say that. Okay, because it was an incident. Hadith, let me tell you what is hadith. Hadith mostly is that explaining the verses of Quran, the commands of Quran. For example, a command of Quran that says, bring 4 witnesses if you want to slash an adulterer. Okay, you have to bring four witnesses. The hadith explain who are these witnesses, what kind of conditions they must, feel. Understand? And so they cannot just you cannot just find 4 people and say, okay, these people saw this adultery.
It's
So
probably the
hadith,
same for
They
stoning
have
as
to
well.
be like
Muji.
people of good reputation.
yes, good reputation, and there are
Like, you can't
there
just
are
grab
10,
like 4 people
yeah,
out of jail and
yeah,
they're
there are
liars, and then like,
yeah.
oh, they're gonna tell the truth today.
Yeah. There are look, Stephen. There are 10 conditions. One of them is that never lied. They must be never have stolen. They must have always had their prayers, their fasting, and they must have always. They must be known as people who speak the truth and so on. So there are these
Yeah,
things
Muji, and the same with stoning. You have to be without sin to stone, Muji. You have to be
without.
without sin.
Yes,
You
no, look.
understand?
Okay, very good. Yes, yeah. Let me see. Let me see, Martin. Yeah, Martin. Let me see, Martin.
We need 4
Martin.
Jesuses.
Yeah, yes, we need 4 Jesus. Wait, Martin, yes. But if God really put these conditions, it means that God doesn't want you to do that, because it is impossible. Okay, God doesn't want you.
Yes, but
Yes, it's me come and I'm sinner myself. Okay, I come and stone you to death. God doesn't want that. That's why
Yeah,
He
because
has
you
to.
drink too much beer, Muji. You know,
Yeah, I
yeah.
yeah. So
you're not
God,
a Muji. You're not a good witness because you're
yeah.
always drunk. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. Stephen, I say,
Hey, are they
God,
still making hadiths today, like recently, or are
yes, of
they
course.
coming out like
Even
all the time, or is that just a thing of the past?
no, even today there are, for example, I know these Iranian mullahs, for example. Today, even today they are making hadith not only about the Prophet, they make about the imams as well. Okay, that this imam, some birds came and talked to this imam, and that imam said like this, and then the birds went. Uh, uh, there was a a telling or hadith they call it, yeah, about one imam
I
that
think it's good that you became an atheist for a little while, Muji, because like from what I
You're breaking up.
you're breaking up.
You're breaking up. You're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Can you hear me
You're
now?
Yeah,
breaking up now.
Muji
Yes,
was at this. Yeah,
No,
yes.
yeah, because
now I can
everyone
hear
you
you.
talk to who does like traditional Islam, they don't agree with you, but when you talk to the atheists, they always say that your version of Islam is like the best one, out there,
It's the nicest
So
one.
I mean, from what I've seen on the debates and when you show
Yeah,
your
yeah.
videos, how you don't get along with some of these radical guys, you know, uh, they're I think they're like hiding in a closet that they still do want to do those hardcore old traditional things.
Mhm.
I
Yes,
think
yes.
there's some goodness in Muji. That's why he's attracted and repulsed by. He's repulsed by the bad stuff in
Yeah, he's
Islam,
a
and
undercover
he's attracted
Christian.
to good things, even in Christianity and stuff. So he's attracted to
All
the
right,
goodness.
let me
Yeah.
tell you one thing.
But I think he was an unbeliever, and he's still an unbeliever in the gospel.
Mm,
So
yeah, no, let me tell you what I have learned from Quran. Okay, what I have learned is that Quran wants you to reject everything bad. Okay, even if you see something bad, or you understand it bad in Islam. Okay, He wants you to reject it. Don't follow, because Quran itself says that when you don't understand it, don't follow it. Okay, Quran doesn't want us to follow such a things. Okay, let me.
But Muji, don't you see it as bad, insulting God that he didn't protect his words? Isn't that a bad thing, Muji?
No, I
Because
say
that's something that Satan would say. He tried
yeah.
it at the beginning of the Bible already.
Okay, let me tell you one thing, that God didn't want to, make everything perfect. Okay, it was His plan that people. It was a
Where is
test.
this his
Okay,
plan? Because he says the exact opposite in the Quran and in our Bible.
okay.
That's not his plan.
Let me play
Hey,
this one.
hey, Muji.
Ah,
One thing,
well,
sorry. I'm gonna
wait,
take a
Muji's
break,
trying to
but
change the subject
Muji,
here. Muji's trying to change the
um,
subject.
wait.
hey, no,
One.
Muji, what would you say based on your experience is like a couple of the biggest things that you disagree with most other Muslims? Like, what are the things that they like? Why do they not like your version, or they say you have a different version? What is it that you guys disagree about?
First
ISIS
of all,
Islam, perhaps?
look. First of all, they don't want to even hear. Okay, they don't want to listen.
Yeah,
So
but why?
because
What is
uh,
the where's the major disagreement if you guys are
uh,
all believing in Islam? Like, what's the disagreement at?
okay, the disagreement is that I believe that I have the proof, evidences everywhere. Okay, that we have no right to punish people. Okay, punishment was just in the past because there was no a better option. Okay, we were talking about that, and the God wants that we fix the source, the problem. Not that we go around and punish people. So and these barbaric acts of stoning adulterers and killing apostates, things like these is our biggest disagreement. Okay, that
Well,
comes.
I'm happy you disagree with that stuff because that stuff sounds horrible.
Yes, terrible. So let me
All right, I'm
play.
gonna go. I'll be
Wait,
listening to
wait.
you guys.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Okay, I'll stick around one more minute. I'll be around.
When I see you, I love your version of Islam. Although it doesn't exist, it's not reality. I'd love to make it a reality, though. I personally love your view of Islam, and I wish Muslims would adapt to your view of Islam. But unfortunately, that's not the case.
So, last question to you, Brother Moji. Okay, first of all, I'd like to say, whatever reformation you're doing in Islam, I'm all for it, Brother Moji. You keep doing what you're doing. I love you, brother.
Yeah, Stephen, these were Trinity Channel, okay, and they were not even calling me brother, but because several times I was talking to them, and I was so nice to them that they even called me brother Muji. That's and they loved it
For real,
also.
your version is like literally the
Much
only thing
better,
you're
Muji.
missing is Jesus's sacrifice. Like
Yeah,
you're like an
Muji.
undercover Christian. Just you're missing that one last piece to the puzzle, man.
No, I said, Stephen, you have to know I'm Christian, I'm Jew, I'm Muslim, I'm everything good. I believe
So
in it.
Muji
Okay?
converted
So
now. You
I
see?
love Jesus. I love Jesus. I love
And
Moses.
it's like effortless for you to quote, the gospel too. Like you jump into
No,
the New
no, no,
Testament so easily, you know?
no. I'm asking. Even Martin sometimes has sent me verses of Bible, and I love it. So I said even about Quran that if somebody I want to talk to these ex-Muslims. I was talking to one of them, these Haris Sultan's friend. They are usually together. They were saying a lot of lies about Islam. I quoted some verses of Quran. I said, do you deny these verses about helping people, feeding the poor, and giving to needy and so on? So they threatened me to block me if I continue. So my goal is that follow these verses that are clear, you understand them. Those that are unclear and you think that, oh, these are horrible, God doesn't want you to follow that because you don't understand it. For example, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I understand that was for those times that it was better option than what was happening before that. And we explained that you you took my eye, I would kill you, your family, everybody. Okay, so God said, no, 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 don't do that. Okay, just take one eye. Okay, that was much better option than I kill you or your family or your tribe and so on. So Stephen, we don't keep you. Thank you very much.
I'll be listening. I'm gonna get
Yes.
back.
Yeah,
Luckily,
no
I'm
problem.
supervisor, but I don't want to take
All right.
advantage of my
Okay.
my
I
little
understand.
authority
Yeah,
out here. So
I
I'm
understand.
gonna get
Yes.
back to
Please.
work so I can earn my
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Join us
All right,
later.
guys.
Yeah,
You guys
okay.
take
Thank you.
care.
Take care,
I'll be
brother.
listening in, and it was
Cheers,
good
man.
talking to you guys.
Take care, brother.
Cheers.
Take
All
care.
right,
Bye.
continue being
Bye.
good Samaritans. All right,
Yes.
you know,
Thank you.
remember
Of
who your
course.
brother is, your neighbor is.
Hmm.
Yes.
All
Of
right,
course.
you take care.
Thank you, my brother. Take
All
care.
right.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
And Muji,
Yeah.
I just want to repeat, Muji,
Yes.
that I see Muji as in a burning house, and
Mhm.
so I have to kick him to wake him up, Muji. So I'm doing it out of
I'm
love.
awake.
Each time I kick, I'm doing it
I'm
out of love, even if it hurts, Muji. I know I'm not
Martin.
doing it
Martin.
the
I say.
softest way, or
Okay.
but I'm
Look,
trying
Martin.
to wake you up. Okay,
No,
so when
Martin.
I call you
Martin.
a non-believer or something like that, you understand. But
I know,
I'm
but
trying to kick,
Martin,
Muji.
yes, Martin, I say, according my belief, okay, as long as I read for you, I said, listen to you to that. As long as you do those good deeds, the Quran says you have no fear, okay. So I believe that
But
the loving God should understand that, okay, there is something I don't believe in, okay, just few things, all right, and that shouldn't
But
be
Muji,
the problem,
according
okay.
to my belief, you're in trouble. That's why you're in the
Okay,
burning
yes, that's why
house,
I said,
Muji.
I
That's why
know.
I'm trying to kick you, Muji.
Okay,
Because the
that's why.
Bible says we're all in trouble, Muji.
Yeah.
We all sin against an infinite being, Muji. We all
Okay.
deserve infinite
Martin,
punishment.
Martin, what you believe it don't make sense.
It makes perfect sense to me.
No, look,
What doesn't make sense?
look. If you are correct, everybody going to hell. Only few Christian gonna go heaven. Good people are also going to hell. You know, that's the
W-
problem.
Show me someone that is perfect. There's no one perfect. Jesus
You-
said that no one is good except God alone.
So
We
you
all
Christian are
deserve
perfect.
punishment. Do you think
You
you don't deserve punishment for the sins you have done?
look. I done lot of wrong. No,
Yeah, see,
no big deal.
But he's a
we all
human
have.
being. But he's a
Yes, we're
human
all
Yeah,
being.
human beings. Yeah,
yeah.
you
Yes.
understand.
But
So
you
we're all
Christian,
guilty
yeah,
Yes.
you
But
Christian
God,
yeah,
also.
look, but God
You
is not going to punish us for just some
because He
mistake.
took the punishment on Himself,
Yeah.
Muji.
Okay. So that very
Because
good.
He
Thank
loves
you.
us.
Yeah. Very
Because He
good.
loves us, we
Very
love
good.
Him. Right?
Very
why
good.
didn't he punish for our sin? He
What?
punished.
No.
Why God, Jesus didn't die for our sin? You know, regardless. You know, did he
You
die
know,
for our
in
sin?
court, in court, when you get a pardon and you reject the pardon, then you can. The court says you still have to go to jail. If you reject the pardon from a president or the payment from a president, then you still have to sit in jail. So the same with this. If you
No, no,
reject
no, no.
God's forgiveness in the
You
Bible, then
you
you're gonna have to pay the
you
payment
said
yourself.
your God died for everybody's sin, right?
He died for everyone, but you can
Huh?
reject it like you do. You
No,
can
no.
reject His forgiveness. You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You
I
can. The
accept your.
pardon
Brother
in the
Stephen.
court it works like that.
Yeah.
Look.
Said
Yeah.
in court it
The,
Brother
works like
Stephen.
that.
Wait.
okay.
Wait. Wait. Wait.
No,
Brother Stephen.
1 minute, Mujib,
Yeah,
bye.
because I have said many times here, we don't try to convince people. We just talk mostly
No,
about
no.
Islam, okay? Because I don't. The Quran says that, okay? Quran, the words of Quran that talk to them in the best way, the people of the
Yeah.
book,
Mm.
yes, okay, is
And that
mostly
Muji
about that.
tell me that you
Don't do.
believe in what has been revealed to me, Muji.
Yes, not
It
yes.
says Muji
Yeah,
has
I
to
believe.
say,
I've said that. Yeah,
you
I have
better
said.
believe,
No,
Muji. You
look.
better.
I said, yes, I believe in what has been revealed to you,
Yes.
which matching with Quran. Okay,
No,
understand?
it doesn't say
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Muji. In the
It is.
Quran, it doesn't say that.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't say except that what is you
No,
have
no,
to
no.
say.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
Quran is not one verse. Okay, Quran is many verses. There are other verses as well that says that
Okay.
Quran came to abrogate. Okay, what was sent before. Okay, Quran says that it came to abrogate what was sent before. Even Quran abrogate some verses, previous verses of itself. Okay, that the beginning, there were verses that coming that they were not needed anymore, so they were abrogated, and they are not in the Quran as well. All right. So Quran came.
So why do you need to say then that it is corrupted when you're just gonna say it's abrogated, even if it's like it survived? You're just gonna call it God's words are abrogated in the Old Testament and
Yeah,
the New
okay.
Testament and
All
stuff.
right. Okay, so if you make you happy, so it's not corrupted, but it is abrogated. Okay, but not everything. Okay, not everything is abrogated. Love one another is not abrogated. It will never be abrogated.
Who
Okay?
said it's not abrogated, Muji?
So I say that this is the same thing that Quran teaches us as well. Okay, so these things are not abrogated. These are eternal. Love one another. It will never change. Okay, love your neighbor as you love yourself. So
And what about Jesus' words? He said that heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. And
okay.
Muji says his words have passed away, Muji.
All right.
It's corrupted according to Muji.
No.
Isn't that insulting
okay,
Jesus
no.
a little bit, Muji?
No. I say that. Okay, I say you have to understand that. For example, you, Martin, you might say to a Jew that it has been what Moses has said. Okay, is now by Bible it has become abrogated. So it might be an insult to that Jew. Okay, because the Jew is not going to believe in Jesus, peace be upon him. So you don't have to think that it is insulting.
That's a good argument, Muji. That's a good counter. But many Jews have become Christians because it's the Messiah,
I know.
Muji.
Look,
And God can
Martin,
abrogate anything.
Yes, I say that. I say we have to love one another, whether I mean, regardless of our beliefs. Okay, so as long as you don't do a bad deed, a crazy.
Muji, Muji, I know I'm okay, Muji, according to Muji. I know, Muji,
yes,
but
course,
the problem is, Muji, that you're not okay according to the Bible, Muji. If the Bible has been preserved, Muji is in big trouble.
All right.
He's blaspheming God every time he says that his words have been corrupted and that he didn't protect his words.
Yes, I say that we will find it out in the
Muji, you don't want to find it out.
Yes.
This is like the ISIS people saying we're gonna find it out in the end, Muji. We're gonna find it. We will see who's wrong.
I'm just don't want to argue with this about this because it's something that it has been discussed.
We have to help each other, Muji.
Yes,
we have to help each other.
Yeah, it has been discussed. I say that this is my belief. Okay, as long as you do good deeds. Okay, I can bring you a lot of verses of Quran. As long as this is my belief, as long as you do good deeds. Okay, then you are saved. All right. So according me, even in your belief in that God, most loving God, should also accept that my capacity is this much. Okay, but he shouldn't forgive me because I go and kill people and say my capacity is this much. No, that's crazy. Okay, but this is a norm. Okay, for example, there are many other things that I might not be. For example, maybe a Hindu say that, oh, Ganesha is God. No, my capacity is this much. Maybe he's God. Okay, I don't know. Okay, so I'm 100% sure that he's not. Okay, but according a lot of facts, yeah. But according him, I might go to hell. Or I don't know. They don't have hell and such things. But anyway, according them.
Yeah, also, so you don't have to be scared of them, Muji,
no, I know.
You have to be scared of the Bible, Muji, because it says you're in trouble, Muji.
Right.
In big trouble.
Okay. So anyway, my capacity.
We all are in trouble.
My capacity.
But the good news, the gospel, is that God paid our payment, so we can go free, just like He did with the girl.
Paid for me too. So He has paid.
Yeah, but you rejected, Muji. You're an unbeliever. You don't want to believe it.
Right, okay.
You reject His forgiveness.
No. Let me see.
Do you accept His forgiveness, Muji, through Christ?
No, let me see. So if I don't believe that He was God, then He doesn't forgive me. So that
Muji, it's like if you don't believe that there's a landmine, I warn you that there's a landmine there. Then you're gonna walk over the landmine, Muji. You're not gonna listen to me. If you don't believe that He has given you the gift, you're gonna reject the gift automatically, and you're gonna walk over the landmine. You're gonna fall into the pit.
Martin, I have a question. Okay, let's say you are Christian.
I am Christian, yes. You
are Christian. Okay.
Yes.
If you kill someone or rape someone,
Yeah.
you are still you are still safe.
God is not mocked. The Bible says God is not mocked. You will reap what you sow. So God will punish you, and not punish you, but discipline you. Like your father loves a child, he disciplines the child, but he still loves
Okay.
the child. You
Okay, we
understand?
call it, yeah,
No, no, no.
discipline. So,
He
My
where,
question
disciplines
is,
it.
no,
let
where
me
he
So,
finish
discipline
my
you?
question.
Yes, yes.
so
Let me
he's going to
continue my
discipline.
question.
You're going to go thrown in jail and all
Okay,
kinds of negative
okay,
consequences.
okay.
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
David.
So you go to heaven or hell?
Hell, hell.
You
No,
repent.
no, no,
If you
no,
don't if you don't repent, no, no, Muji.
No,
If you
you
don't
said
repent,
yourself.
no,
and
You
Muji,
said he will punish you. No.
yeah,
no, no.
no, you don't understand, Muji.
Let the
Muji, you don't
Martin
understand how
answer.
it
Let him
works. We're
answer.
all sinners, Muji. We're all
Yeah, I know.
murderers,
But you said
No,
he will
all kinds of
discipline you.
things, Muji.
He said he will
Martin,
What?
talk,
discipline you.
talk to me,
You
Martin.
said he
Yes,
will discipline.
discipline. There's a difference
Where?
between discipline and eternal punishment, Muji.
Yeah,
A
no, not
child,
eternal.
a
Ma-
No,
father
no,
disciplines his child. He doesn't
no, not eternal. So he will
yeah.
discipline you, but in
In
hell.
this life, yeah.
In this life, not
Martin,
in
Yeah.
hell. No,
Martin.
No, no.
Syed, you have to understand first. So it's here he will discipline you,
Yes.
not next
Yes,
life.
you discipline,
No,
yeah. And if you
let me
reject
finish
his
my question.
forgiveness,
Let
then
me
you're
start. Martin,
eternally separated from him.
Martin, you are a Christian and you kill
Hmm?
someone and you rape
Hmm.
someone and you go to heaven or hell.
If I don't repent and I just think it's okay, then you're not following according to Christ. You're not
No.
following your. It's
You
like
answer my
it
question.
would be like
No,
say
no,
it would be like the demons believe and
yeah.
they believe
No,
in one God. It's not going to
you
save them. The
okay.
same if you just
Martin,
believe and your
Martin,
actions don't show the true faith, then
okay,
it's not going
Martin,
to help you.
you believe in Jesus,
Hmm.
okay, right? You believe. And
Okay,
I believe in his
no,
what
Syed,
he
no,
did
no,
for us. Yeah.
Syed, I
let me
give you a good
finish.
example. I give you a good
Hmm.
example. George Bush, okay, he was a believer. He believed Jesus for sure, definitely, and he killed hundreds of thousands of people. Where he goes, you think, according to you?
Muji, where do you think he goes? The judgment is only with God, Muji.
No,
I don't
I
know
think it's
100% where he goes. We can
according.
only.
No,
Huh?
according to you, because you think that
It
I go
depends
to
if he
hell.
repented, Muji.
Let's
Muji
say
has
that he
done many
did.
bad things. How many thousands of bad things has Muji done in his life?
No, Martin.
So,
Let's say he
how are you
didn't
going to get in
repent.
heaven, Muji?
No, let's say he didn't repent, and I know that he didn't repent because
Yeah,
these
if he
people.
just says, I
No,
don't care, then he's not a true believer. Your deeds have to.
Okay,
The demons even believe, Muji. The
okay,
demons
okay,
believe. It doesn't help them because
okay,
their deeds show that they not they're against
Martin,
God.
okay. Let's
Martin,
say it for us.
uh,
Yes.
Mm,
Martin. You are a Christian. You know you are a Christian, right?
mm.
Yes, he
Uh,
knows.
and let's say you kill someone, rape someone, so you still go to heaven or hell.
What about Muslim? I want to hear
No,
from
no, no,
Muslim
no, no,
first
no.
because
I'm asking.
because Islam is much
No,
worse.
no, no.
You can just
No, no,
ask
no.
for forgiveness and then you're okay. You're
No,
almost okay. It's
Martin,
like
your
there's no
No, no,
religion
no,
is
punishment.
no,
only
no. Look.
How
It's
is
not.
Muji
It's not
getting
like.
forgiven
you
by
It's
what?
not like that. No, it's
you
not like
So
that.
the
giving him
same with Christianity, Muji. The same with
you
No,
Christianity. It's
giving
not
him
no.
like that.
wait. Well, Martin,
Yes,
answer me.
yes.
If you kill,
But
rape, will you go to hell or heaven?
I already answered it. If you just don't care, you abuse God's grace, you just kill
Go to hell, right?
everyone, and
You will go to
yeah,
hell.
you and you don't repent, you don't care, and then
Okay.
you're not a true
You,
believer. Then
you
you're
are a
not a true
Then you
Christian.
believer,
go to
according to
hell.
me.
Yeah,
But God is the final judge, not me.
yeah.
According to
But
me, you would be a false. You won't. You don't really believe. Then you'd believe
so
like the
you go
demons.
to
Then you
hell,
just
right?
know the truth, but you reject it through your deeds.
Okay.
Yes.
So you will go to hell, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
reject God's forgiveness, you will go
Even
to hell. And
uh,
if you just live the way you want to live and you don't care,
no.
then obviously
Don't go all the details. Okay, don't go.
what?
You will go to hell. You are a Christian. If you rape, you kill, you will go to hell, right? So that's mean you are not safe.
No,
Jesus
you
blood
don't
cannot
understand.
save you.
You don't understand. You don't understand
What?
how it works. You don't understand. Any person can reject God's forgiveness. God doesn't force them. into accepting his forgiveness. Any person can reject it through his deeds and through his. So even your actions show that you reject his forgiveness. You fall from grace. You just abuse his grace. You say, "Oh, God has forgiven me, so I can go and rape people and kill people." If even if a Muslim does that, he knows God is most merciful. So he's just abusing God's mercy by just going and raping and everything. So in that case,
So,
both
so
will.
that means a bad Christian will not go to heaven, correct?
A Christian that
A
shows
bad,
through his deeds that he's not has true faith, it's not going to save him. Your deeds have to show that you have true faith. It will show.
yeah.
It will
So,
show because, like the Bible says, even the demons believe in one God, and it doesn't help them. So you have to have faith, and which is shown by your good works. The good works doesn't save you. The good works doesn't save you.
but bad work,
It's just
they,
true faith will cause good works.
yeah,
Like
but bad work,
me loving
they,
God will cause good works. Like me, Muji, helping Muji.
Uh,
Um, that's a good work from
can I
loving
say
God, not trying to earn my way into heaven or
can I
something.
say something? Can I say something? Well, I say that that's most important is that what happens today and how we are going to solve our problems. This is most important thing that I care and I try to talk about what will happen in next life. None of us knows. Okay, we just can say our opinion. And I would like to play this miracle that this guy does.
But
Okay,
before that, Muji, you asked about just before that. Can you just pause?
yeah,
Um, Muji,
yeah,
you asked that you said something about the problems in this life is what is we have to
all
solve,
about
right?
yes, all
But
about
wouldn't you say there's problems that is caused by Islam or the Hadiths or something? Because I think you're going to fight your whole life against the problems
yes,
that is
definitely,
caused by that. I'm
yeah,
also going to fight my whole life against it.
yes, yes,
But Muji's still on the problems side, trying to support it a little bit
in which way?
by saying Islam, people must follow Islam, and then
Yeah.
it might cause ISIS followers because they follow
No, no,
each single word in the hadith
no,
almost
no, 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 no.
letter for
Look,
letter.
look. I even have been trying to, for example, talk to this EA Dava Martin. Yeah, when they say, "Oh, Christian, oh, atheist, come here. We want, how they say it. They try to
Looking for
convert
trouble
them.
and stuff.
Yeah, looking for
Looking for
trouble.
trouble.
Probably yes, yes. So
Yeah.
yes, I have been. I was one. I've been trying to talk to them that okay,
Mm.
to which Islam you are going to invite them to that ISIS Islam, Taliban
Or
Islam.
Muji Islam.
No, yeah, oh, not Moji Islam. Yeah, I say the Islam that I'm not alone. Okay, I know that there are millions of people. Okay, that
That
I
follow
can
Muji Islam.
not follow my Islam. They
Okay.
understand Islam, okay? That Islam is not that Islam. Like brother Rasheed also, he understand. He's not. He doesn't agree with me 100%, but he
Yeah.
agree with me a lot. Okay, a lot about
So
many things.
80% of Muji Islam he agrees with.
Okay, yes, perhaps. Okay, but
Okay.
I say it's not my Islam, my organization. Also, they believe
Okay.
in that. But anyway, so I try to say that no, 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 no. If you want to invite them to that Islam, I am the biggest enemy of that Islam. I've been fighting that. Okay, and that's why they block me as well because I'm trying to fight that. So don't think that I'm want to convert people to that Islam. So now watch this guy. Look, this guy is dead, and this guy helped him. Bring him back. Look, let me
Yeah,
put the
Muji, why are you showing us false Islamic miracles, Muji?
wait, wait. I want to show you that this guy, he's
And Muji, I'm not saying you're converting people to ISIS Islam. I'm saying indirectly it could lead to people going to
look,
ISIS, Muji.
Martin, look, the dead person, and they are so the guy. Let me see. Oh, it's a woman. It's a dead woman. Look. Let me see. I go to the end because he's talking a lot. Oh, yes, she left. She stood up. You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
You
trying to
see?
be Jesus, Muji.
Yeah.
Because Jesus could do all these things, but
Yes,
he's
I
trying to be
know.
Jesus. Like, no.
Exactly. So Yeah, and there are lots of
Which
things.
which Islamic sect is he from, or what? Is
He's
he Sunni or
Sunni.
Shia or what?
He's Sunni.
And all the Sunnis follow him or what? Agree with him or what?
No, definitely not. Many Sunnis they don't like this. They don't believe in such things. But there are. This guy is. I don't know. Somehow he has 2 million something.
So he has done more miracles than Muhammad, according to some Sunnis or what?
I don't know. But anyway, so there are.
He has
Is that
2.5 million followers. That's crazy.
yeah.
So 2.5
Look,
might
look,
believe in him or what?
yeah, look, this guy is, and he make different shows. Look outside, people are watching. I don't know, and this guy is, I think, what is it, handicap. Now he start to move. Let me see. And look, he just make some massage. I don't know. He's going to, and then he makes something, and then some massage, and then now he's going to walk.
They should do the test that some Muslims did with the one Christian guy. The one Christian guy went to Bangladesh into a
Look, he's
mosque.
walking. Yeah, he's walking.
The one Christian guy went to a mosque in
Uh-huh.
Bangladesh, Muji, to preach the gospel, like I'm doing now to Muji. And they took him out of the mosque and said they're gonna kill him now, Muji. They're gonna follow some of the verses they find in the Hadith and the Quran, and they're gonna kill him. And then a girl that he prayed for came towards them and said that she got healed in the name of Jesus. Her child got healed. And so the leaders then said, okay, if this is really true, then they lined all the sick people from the town up and said, you have to pray for each of them. And if they don't get healed, we'll kill you. And then he prayed for them, he got healed. And then they forced him to preach the gospel to their children and their children's children.
Yeah, look, she's
But
blind.
Muji would probably say it's
Yeah. She's blind. Yeah, she's
It's a
blind.
lie.
Look, yes, and then he put some mouth water on her eye.
Yeah,
and
they
then-
should do the same with him, Muji. Put him there, put all the sick people, and tell him they're gonna take his channel, delete his channel, and everything if he
Yeah.
can't
Look.
heal all of them.
Look, he's putting some mouth water in her eye, and then he recites some verses of Quran.
You know, he's trying to be Jesus.
Ah, now,
like-
yeah, she see, look, she see.
Yeah.
She see now. She sees 5.
But Muji, you perhaps I have to type on the internet where they show
Look,
videos of
look,
him
how
being
many-
exposed, Muji.
3.
Yeah, Muji, there's probably videos of exposing him, of people coming out exposing him.
But he doesn't need to be exposed. I know every rational person understand that this guy is,
But Muji, you never know, Muji. God can do a miracle in our current state, Muji. You never know.
Yeah. But
So-
miracle. Why? What this miracle? Yes, he gave miracle to his prophets. All right, for a reason, Martin. Okay, so that people believe. Okay.
Yeah,
But
so
what is
more
the
people
reason?
believe now in Islam because of his
Ah,
miracle, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But
You understand?
look,
But
yeah,
I
look.
think it's a satanic miracle if it's
Yeah.
a real miracle. But I
Look.
think it's probably false, right? With
No,
you, I'm
Martin.
with you that it's probably false.
No, Martin. Even most Sunni Muslim don't believe in such a crap. Okay, so if God has given miracle to this guy so that people convert to Islam, then how come he didn't give it to his own prophet? Okay, Prophet Muhammad was.
But Muji,
People
do you
were
know
asking him.
do you know the story about Moses, that he threw his snake down and it
Yeah.
or the stick down and it became a snake? You know that, Muji?
Yeah, I know.
And the Pharaoh's guys came as well and did the same thing with their
Okay.
satanic arts and stuff.
No,
So,
that's right. No,
you understand? Yeah, they tried
they
to
were-
do did the
they
same
were
thing. There is satanic powers, you understand?
No, they were magicians.
Yeah.
They made magic. Okay, today
Yeah,
we have
so-
a lot of men. No, today we have a lot of.
Hello.
Yes, hello, hi.
Yeah, so
Steve.
he could be a magician, Muji. He
No,
could be some kind
Martin.
of perhaps.
No,
You
Martin,
guys are too much fun. I had to come back.
yes, Martin.
But Muji, I agree with you. Muji, he's probably
not probably. It's
so-
definitely.
yeah. But I'm open to evidence, Muji. I'm always open to evidence because I don't want to be deceived, Muji. So
Yeah.
I'm open.
Yeah, very good. So
It might not
yes,
even be the guy is the holder of the power. It's his encouragement for them to believe in God's power.
No,
And if you hit the person hard enough, then he
but
will
the thing
feel
is that
he will say you feel better, so you stop hitting him. You
no,
understand?
Stephen,
Because
Stephen,
you hit the person on the
Yeah.
head and stuff.
yeah, Stephen, the thing is that is not that God and so on. I see that they are all actors. Okay, I see very well that they play. Okay, I'm not a little child. I know how people when they are acting and when they are. Even if I'm not there, at least I understand that they are acting. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And all I'm saying, Muji, is just be careful
if
because
it is real,
people
if it is
in Jesus's day probably
Yeah.
also said something like that. But
Yeah,
I'm agreeing with you 100%.
Martin. I
I'm
say if it is
agreeing.
real, yes. During Jesus' time, they were not scientists, they were not doctors, and so on. Today we have. Okay, if he was real, then he would take this to on CNN. Excuse me, it is a miracle. Somebody didn't see. Okay, for example, I saw a documentary movie from BBC. All right. BBC, yeah, they made a documentary movie about these miracles that these Christians they make. It was there was a woman. She was following these people, and she went, for example, to Africa. There was a, I think, European guy. He came to Africa and he, made miracles. Many people they got cured, and then she said that some of them really get cured. Okay, but not
Placebo effect, probably.
wait, but not, for example, paralyzed. Somebody who had pain in back, would get fine, or pain in leg, they would get fine, not blind and so on. So what happened? She went to scientists. Okay, scientists also had an experiment. Okay, the experiment was this: that they had 50 patient, 100 patients. They all had the same, Martin, the same problem. Martin, okay, you listen, yeah, Martin. You listen? You are muted.
I'm reading and listening to you.
Okay, yes. I want that you listen very carefully. So it was a BBC documentary. Okay, so the doctors they gave 50 patients, the same medicine they were having, in several years. Okay, and to 50 others they gave chalk. Not true medicine. They gave chalk. Though and said that this is a new medicine and it's a very good and so on.
Placebo effect.
And those 50 who had chalks, they became fine. Understand?
Placebo effect.
Sorry?
It's they call it the placebo effect.
Exactly. So, and those 50 who had the same, they had real medicine, but it was the same one. So they still continue. So they said.
So see, it works, Muji. It works.
Yeah. I said, but not. Look. But
I lost
not.
the volume, but I'm back.
All right, very good. But look, Martin, I said it was about minor problems, not about, for example.
Muji, you can't turn up the volume a little bit? I have to hold my phone to my ear just to hear you guys.
Is it mine?
Can you hear me or what?
I can hear you guys. It's just that the volume is all the way up. But
then the problem is with you.
No. How do I bring up the volume? I don't see it anywhere.
I don't know. I think we're fine. It's probably Steve. It's probably Steven's stuff.
Yeah, it's all my fault.
Yeah, because he's breaking up the whole time and
no, because
coming in and then breaking up.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Steve, if it was just my microphone, maybe I could do something. But because it's everyone.
No, it's okay. I can still hear. It's just I just hold the phone.
Are you on an iPhone?
I got it. Android.
Okay. That's good because iPhones is a pain in my butt. I have a lot of stuff from Apple, and they let me down sometimes.
No, I'm not. Yes, I don't use actually iPhone. I like Samsung.
You have a Mac, Muji, so you have Apple products as well. Yeah, so, and you also have trouble.
In computer, I like Mac. Yeah, but in
you phone, like Mac.
In computer, when it's computer, yes. But when it is phone, then I don't like Apple. I like Samsung.
Well, at least this stream we talked more about religious stuff rather than just politics and arguing. I feel like the past few streams just been a lot of shouting at each other.
Yeah, me and Muji like shouting at each other, so it's fine.
No,
we didn't really shout at each other, Muji. We haven't really.
No.
The day is still coming.
No,
when
it's
we're gonna
because
shout at each other.
friendly Muslim is in here.
Yeah, then we would
Yeah.
shout
Yeah.
if he was here.
Maybe
Is
he's
it
watching,
You
but not.
idiots, and then rage quit.
But I hope that yeah, I hope that he I don't know really if he's afraid. I think that if, for example, if we say something about the, hadith is this is fabricated and so on. I don't know if he really believe in them, or he think that if we say that, then Islam get destroyed and such a things. Okay, he's very afraid. So maybe because of that, which is not okay. It is the best is that we get rid of this crap stuff. Then
Mm.
you are afraid.
Namely
of-
Islam, right?
Sorry.
The crap
I'm-
stuff, Muji.
Yes, the crap stuff.
I
is-
personally
also
think
known as
friendly
Islam.
Muslim's okay. Like like he just just disagrees with you. But I mean, it's not like
No,
I mean,
no.
the name friendly Muslim sometimes doesn't work because sometimes he gets heated.
Yes.
But I mean,
No,
we
it's not. It's not.
at the very beginning, he always tries to come peacefully at
Yeah,
first. Eventually
yeah.
gets upset and gets angry, and
No, it's Stephen.
he thinks his
what-
stuff out.
Yes, it wasn't about just that he disagreed with me. It was about that he was telling those as well that don't allow me to talk to them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
kind
not
of like
nice.
spreading rumors.
Yeah, and he was saying that, and here also was saying, oh, so tell me how many, YouTuber has blocked you, as if it's my fault that they blocked me. It is their fault, their problem, not my problem. Yeah, they have done something wrong. So is it my fault? It is their fault. For example, this
Muji is too close to Christians that they block you, Muji,
Yeah, when-
because you
when
also
Muji-
reject many of the stuff that is found in Islam. So
When
Or in
when
the Hadith and
Muji
the Quran.
preaches a loving Islam,
Mm.
their ears hurt and it aches them. So that's why they don't want to talk to him.
Exactly. And then it's not that. I said, you see, I played you. This Hari Sultan, he's a so-called ex-Muslim. He even doesn't want either to talk to me. So is it my fault or it is his fault, his problem, that he find a terrible accusation, to, or better to say that excuse, so that he doesn't talk to me, okay? Because he say, I don't want to hear your rosy Islam. Okay, so you like to hear ISIS Islam because you like to, it is your business to demonize Muslim and people, Islam. So that's why you don't want to, because if you are a sincere person and you're afraid of your own life, okay, then you say that, oh, look, hey, Muslim, look, Islam doesn't say that you have to kill me. Look, he has an argument. Listen to him, okay, as well. I put front of him, Martin, once this question that if somebody is going to kill you, and I'm there, I'm trying to say that, no, this is not Islamic. Would you say that, don't listen to him? And he said that, oh, probably, of course, there I would lie, So you like to lie to save your life, okay? But
I
you
would
are
probably die, Muji. I would probably die.
not.
I would probably die.
I
Going
fixed
to
my
heaven, Muji.
volume. Now I can hear you guys good. It was my fault.
Yeah, it was your
I
fault.
had to go to like the main settings app. Like
Yeah,
even though I
very
keyed
good.
up on the side all the way up, I had to go to settings, audio, and then it was like at 70%. So
Very good, yeah. Very
it was
good.
me. It was me.
Yeah, very good.
But Muji, I would agree that if I had to choose between ISIS Satanic Islam and Muji Satanic Islam, I would
Okay.
obviously say people should do more Muji Satanic Islam and not ISIS
This
Satanic
guy,
Islam, right?
he said they're both satanic.
Okay, yeah, but I mean, I have said to him as well before that, I mean, it doesn't make sense as a former atheist. This is, for example, Martin, I have said.
It makes perfect sense to me, Muji.
Yes.
Muhammad came in contact with a demon in a cave, Muji. It
Yeah,
makes
okay.
perfect sense. That's why he
according to you.
doesn't want you to believe the
Yeah,
Bible,
yeah.
Muji.
Yes, Stephen, I was saying to one atheist professor that if these, God doesn't exist, then these prophets either they were liars or they were,
Well, their message just got corrupted, right, Muji?
no. Wait. I'm talking about that. Don't mix them. I say either they were liars, okay, they were charlatans, and they were saying, oh, we have heard the message from God and so on. They were lying, or they were hearing noises. What do you call it? Schizophrenia. Okay, they had this disease, schizophrenia. Okay, yeah. We were talking about friendly Muslim. He came. Salam alaikum.
Yeah, welcome. So, what do you want to
Yeah.
tell me what you were saying?
Sorry.
Uh-oh.
Do you want to say?
Sorry.
Okay, number one,
Yeah.
it's very deceitful for you to not show the full videos of Armin, and it's very deceitful for you not to show the full video of Harris when he told you that he spoke to you for 40 minutes and he
Okay.
was bored by the conversation.
Okay.
Did you show that part?
Okay. You want me to show that because I have done it, and I was thinking that maybe it's not so interesting for them to listen.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think people want to know the
Yeah.
full
Okay.
story.
Well.
And then I
Okay.
also think you should show your clip of Quranic Islam when you started bad mouthing everybody and calling everybody extremists. But you
Okay.
didn't show that,
No.
did
No.
you?
Which video? Which video?
Did you not go on to Quranic Islam last week?
Yes.
You
I
did.
went.
And
I
what did you
went.
say to him?
What I said to him, tell me, because I don't remember what I
Oh,
said
you
to
don't
him.
remember where you told everyone about them all being extremists and how you were talking about everybody, and you were talking about Harris, you were talking about Armin, you were
So,
complaining about all of us. Do you forget that?
so what I said, which one, which was
Why do you
wrong?
forget these things
No,
that you do?
let me see.
So
Let
you
me
went on
see.
Harris Sultan,
Okay.
yeah, you don't show people the full clip,
Okay, I'm
and
going
then
to show now. Okay. I thought that it's not so interesting for them to
listen,
watch.
listen, you don't want the bit where he tells you that he was bored of speaking to you and he gave you an opportunity.
Okay.
And then Munji, I also want you to point out he also
Friendly
when he
Muslim. Friendly
was
Muslim.
going
I
through.
don't
No,
care
let me
what he
finish.
said.
Let me
What
finish
he
my point.
said.
You believe in free speech, right?
Okay. Yes, of course.
Yeah. So can I have 5 minutes just to
Yeah.
clarify?
Yeah.
Because you've been
Okay.
talking about me for 5 minutes. So let me
Okay.
just clarify, yeah?
Yeah,
And then
okay.
when he went on Wikipedia and he was going through things and you weren't answering his points, he invited you again. And I told you everything that he said about in that Wikipedia, come back the next week and present your evidence. You
Okay.
did none of that. And after
I
that, he didn't want to speak to you.
okay.
But again,
He
you'll tell everyone and you'll fool Stephen and say, oh,
okay.
look at what happened. And you will not be honest about what you're telling people. That
Okay.
is not
Well,
correct.
let me see.
And the
You are
reason
now.
why I said there's no point speaking to him because all he'll do is talk about you on his show the next week. And what have you
Okay.
done?
Say
You went to
Muslim.
Harris.
Okay. So let me see.
Muji,
You
you're
are
doing what you did last week, mate. You haven't let me speak for 5 minutes, and then you've
okay.
tried to hide behind a video,
Okay.
and
No,
then you're
I
going to
just
try and
close
mute
it off.
me.
No. Okay. No. No. I'm not doing that. What?
Okay, can I have
Please.
my freedom of speech for
Yes.
5 minutes?
Yes. 10 minutes. Okay.
No, I just want 5 minutes because, and I
Okay.
want
Yes.
Stephen to hear
Yes.
the truth.
Please.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
Yes.
want you to be honest with your
Yes.
dialogue.
Okay. Yes.
Harris
Please.
Sultan has allowed you on his platform. He allowed you to speak for 40 minutes. He
When?
also,
When?
okay, now you're going to deny you've had a video with him?
No. Look. I say when. Do you know when was that?
Yeah, you go onto his channel and type in perfect dawah or
No. Okay.
Muslim
It was. I
talks
no.
about thing.
Yes.
You know what videos you've.
No. No. It wasn't.
Why are you so forgetful now?
I say it wasn't. He allowed me. We
Yeah,
agreed.
Stephen.
No.
Everyone
No.
go to Harry Sultan and
No,
see if you can
wait.
find
Okay,
Muji.
come on. Friendly
I'm
Muslim.
talking. I'm making my
Let me.
points.
No.
Can I
Let me
not?
say.
No, see, no freedom of speech.
No, because you say
Muji, you're a
something.
dictator. Look, see,
No, you say
this is
something.
being a dictator.
No, you say
You're not allowing my
something.
freedom of
No,
speech.
you say something, and then I
Yeah,
have to
no,
say.
I have to have my 5 minutes to speak.
Okay, so all right,
Otherwise,
talk.
are you a
Okay,
dictator or an extremist like you're
no.
calling everybody?
Okay, let
What
me.
is this,
Okay,
Muji?
yeah, talk. 5 minutes. I'm not saying
Okay,
anything. Okay.
so what
All right,
happens
time
is,
starts now.
Okay. Yes. Time start now. Yes.
okay, fine. So number one, he didn't show the full bit where he told him that he was bored of speaking to him. Stephen, you can go to Harris Sultan's channel and see if you find Muji in there. It will be ex-Muslim or Muslim disagrees with thing. He's on a thumbnail, so you'll be able to find him there. So he has also platformed him previously. He found him boring. He didn't want to speak to him. Yeah, he told him last week that look, I don't really have any interest in it. He made it clear. Muji didn't show you the video. Armin, again, he did not show you the full video of Armin saying, okay, I'm making these points, and Muji constantly interrupting him. Again, Muji also fails to say, when I told him, bro, if you're going back and you speak to him next week, educate the audience. The reason why he's going through Wikipedia is because he's trying to explain to the audience what is happening with his organization and what information is there. He was being very fair. Again, Muji dislikes it, presents a false narrative, and then calls him names, and he doesn't know this and he doesn't know that. Yeah. And again, if you aren't coming on other channels, it's because of this behavior. After you spoke to Quranic Islam, after this thing, go and show your full conversation with Quranic Islam, where you're telling everybody, oh, they're barbarians, they're extremists. Muji, this needs to stop, mate. Like, you really need to stop, like, presenting false information. So you've presented what you needed to do. You're also referring to me as an extremist also. For what? We've told you that we don't believe in apostasy, and killing apostates. We've told you about stoning adulterers. We've mentioned it 1,000 times. Okay? So you do whatever you need to do. But if you talk about me, I'll know about it. It comes back to me also, bro. And then I will also defend myself. Okay? I have helped you. I've supported you. I've allowed you to speak to Armin. Armin didn't even want to speak to you a second time. I asked him to do so. Okay, so when you say he's got 2 million subscribers, Stephen, yes, he's got 2 million subscribers, and he didn't want to speak to Muji. And I asked him, as a friend and as a favor, please allow him to come up again. And I told Muji on his show, make sure you present your evidence so you can go and educate his audience and correct him. And what did Muji do? None of it. He ignored all of it and said whatever he wanted to say. Went left, went right, and it was horrible for everyone watching. So that's it. So do not lie to people. Show them the full videos of your actions. Show people the truth. Okay? But please stop this present false information to people, because it isn't right, my friend. All right? Thank you very much for your time. And if you continue to talk to me, then I'll have to make a response video also.
All right,
Actually, I don't want to, bro, to be honest. I wish you well. Like, I really do. I really try to support you in talking to people, but you keep on slandering people.
All right.
I believe that too, friendly Muslim. Like you guys just had a falling out, but you generally did.
Bro, I don't have a falling out, but he keeps on slandering us.
Right, making it harder for you to help him out.
Yeah, and all these other channels are trying to, like, they would have not even spoken to him, but I've asked them to speak. But then every week he goes and starts bad-mouthing these people.
Okay. All right.
After
So
they platformed him.
now, did you talk your 5 minutes? Okay. Now I can talk. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Very good.
But
So,
we're not gonna sit here while you go into a monologue and start dancing around videos. We don't have time for that.
all right. So you see that's why I didn't play the whole video, and then you claim that first of all, Harry Sultan didn't let me in his platform. Okay. What was happening? It was last year, 1 year ago. I talked to him. I said, let's have a debate. So we made a debate with each other. Okay. And at the end of the debate, because it wasn't boring for him, it was terrible for him because he was totally destroyed. Okay. I can tell you like this because
he was. You destroyed him. Okay.
Yeah, yes, because look I can play for you. It is on my channel as well. At the end of the video, he was so embarrassed that he said, please don't go and talk bad about me. Okay. Because he saw that how uneducated he is. He couldn't know that even today in 21st century, people are, they bury their daughters alive. I was telling him that they are doing it. He was saying, no, they are not doing it. And then at the end, he said that, okay, even if they do it, yeah, he was saying that Prophet Muhammad was. So anyway. So
Muji, that's great. That's fantastic. Okay. You destroyed him. It's amazing that 5 minutes ago when I asked you about when you spoke to him, you had no memory of it. And now you've been able to tell me fully what happened.
No, I didn't say I don't have memory of him. Friendly Muslim, go back. I said, you said that he let you on in his platform. I said, no, it wasn't that. I was going to tell you, it was a debate, arranged debate. Okay.
Okay. So you had another video. No, you had another video where you were responding to Daniel Hakikachu. Yes or no?
With him?
Yes.
It was, I think, it was on. Not on his platform. It was on Myth Vision, as I remember.
No, okay? It was on him. It's on his channel where you were responding to it.
I know.
So that's twice he's let you on.
No. I say, as I remember, he was on this myth vision. As I remember, it was a very long time ago. I don't remember, but I think it was on myth vision because I haven't gone on his platform.
Okay, well, he's got a
after that.
thumbnail anyway, so
Anyway,
that's all good.
so whatever, this guy is doesn't like me because, as he said himself, I rosy picture Islam, and he likes those, and I was let me play the I think I
No,
played.
no, I've heard it. I've got the video. I clipped it
All right,
also,
okay.
Moji. I
So
like
so
you.
so,
Once we go, like I've got 5. I want to have a quick discussion.
so
This is
yeah. Look, I tell you that this is all the video. I just didn't play the whole video because I was thinking maybe it's not so interesting for Martin,
okay.
because
It's
just
funny the
Martin
bit
was
where he tells you that he doesn't want to speak to you and he found you boring. You don't
okay.
want to present to your audience. I
Yes.
think that's convenient.
Okay. So
But
look,
then you also go to Quranic Islam and tell them your own version of the story. You never told him, "Oh, I spoke to him for 40 minutes and he said it was boring."
yeah. Okay. So you mean that just because he said, I say it wasn't boring, it was terrible for him because he was absolutely, he couldn't
Okay.
defend his position. Of course, he said, of course, he said that it was boring. He has to say something about that.
Okay,
Okay.
well, maybe it
All
is
right.
boring, mate. Maybe he
Okay.
just found
No,
out
no,
his honest
no.
opinion.
It's not. It's not about
Boring.
that. No, it's not about that.
If so,
No,
you're telling
it's
him he
about.
didn't find it boring?
No. I say it is about that he want to demonize Islam and he like to talk
Okay,
to
so
Daniel
how come he
Haqiqatjee.
invites? How come he invites me every week? How come I speak to him privately? How come he platform other Muslims that he doesn't even like? How does that work, Maji?
I don't know because you
How
perhaps
come?
okay because perhaps you don't defend you don't say that those hadiths are fabricated and so
No,
on.
I talk
Perhaps
through
because
them.
of that.
I actually go through them and actually
Uh,
work through them with him, and we have a discussion about it. And there's other issues that I want to discuss other than the hadith.
so
So,
so why he doesn't tell me which part is boring? Can you tell me why he doesn't tell me
well,
which part?
you don't believe him. You don't believe him. You
Yes,
just said you don't believe him.
I don't
So
believe in what.
now you want to
No.
believe.
I say which part is boring? Why he
Everything
doesn't
is
tell me
boring because you keep on repeating the same thing. All you
which
say
thing?
something is fabricated, and then
Okay.
you'll say your own speech.
Okay,
You won't
I
go through any
yes,
information.
okay. So I
You won't
see that.
educate people.
No. Look, I see that because I'm against those fabricated
No,
hadiths.
it's got
That's why
nothing to do.
you're
Moji,
slang. It is you
people
who are
want you.
slandering me because I
People want
didn't
you
believe.
to educate
Okay,
them.
all right.
Yeah,
So
like
now
if you
let me
went
see.
through the
Okay,
stoning
yeah,
adulteress hadith and you actually
yeah,
said this is the research, let's have a look at it, people would
okay,
be educated.
yeah.
Other
But
than you saying, "Oh, it is
exactly.
fabricated."
No, did you allow me to present my
I sent you the report. I sent you the information to present it.
No. Look, friendly Muslim. I read that report. That report, I long before that I have had everything myself. Okay, it was just you send me a report that you have been studying it by yourself. You didn't send me to educate me because that report was saying
What are
it
you
is
talking about? You and see now you're lying. You're being deceptive, bro.
Look. The report says that the hadith is weak. Okay, the report was saying the hadith
Right,
is weak.
and it said it was.
The hadith is not weak. The hadith is fabricated.
Listen, it was weak to the point of. Listen, you don't even look at the information given to
I
you.
read
It
it.
said,
I read it. Yeah.
did you present it? And then you would have seen that it said it was weak to the point that it cannot be taken as fabricated. It was less than 30%. So even a weak hadith has to. See, you don't want to listen.
No, I'm listening. I say
no,
that,
you don't. You're like a dictator, bro.
I say what is the difference?
You don't want to be. You don't want people to be educated.
No.
You think people can't be educated.
What is the difference between
your conversations are boring because you don't educate people.
No, listen to me. I say
they've all told me this, and I've told you to present your information.
I'm asking a question. What is the difference between weak and fabricated? Can you explain for us? Because I don't know.
You explain because if you paid attention.
Can I explain now?
If it falls under 30%, then it goes into the fabrication. Weak and fabricated and not acceptable.
Okay, so now I'm not talking about the percent. I say what is the difference between
oh my god, this
fabricated Martin, do you understand?
Then he'll run to Martin for salvation.
No.
Martin, save him.
Martin, no. I'm asking Martin.
Would you where must I save you?
Okay, Martin. Do you understand that my question from him? I'm saying, what is the difference between fabricated and weak? He doesn't answer my question. Okay, do you understand my question?
Muji, do you not understand English?
No, I understand. Do you understand?
Friendly Muslims holding back so much.
I understand. Muji.
Let me, Martin.
No,
you ask
Stephen,
me.
the problem is, mate,
wait,
he's being deceptive. If he was
Stephen,
honest and
Stephen,
I took the time to give him
look,
information so he could present to people, and this is why I say what I do, and
look,
educate them so they don't think he's, not worth speaking to.
No,
And then he throws it
I
back in
dig
my
it.
face.
No, I dig it. Like, I feel like I'm in between you guys, and then you're in between him and these other guys he's trying to talk to, and we're all just trying to help each other out. But I can see, Muji can be hard to talk to sometimes. Yeah, he does kind of, not really give a fair response time to some people.
No,
Yeah,
Stephen, I'm asking him a question. Can you please ask him that question, Stephen? I'm asking him, what is the difference between fabricated and weak?
Okay,
I'm
let me
just
explain it
asking
to
this
Stephen.
question.
Let me explain to
Explain.
Stephen.
Yes,
He's he's not a simpleton. He'll understand.
Okay. All right, yes.
Stephen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
All right, bro. You can unmute, bro. We can converse basically. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yeah, I just don't want any background noise, but I'm listening. I'll unmute when I talk.
Okay. Basically, there are percentages. So something can fall into weak, but it is not considered a fabrication. It is considered weak and not reliable enough to use as a law. Yeah, there's a certain percentage that it has to meet in order for something to be accepted. So the stoning hadiths all fell below the percentage that they would be accepted in order to be used. Yeah, as any sort of lawful order. So that's what I gave him the thing for. If it had been 35 or 40% above, you could say it is a weak hadith, but it is still usable in some instances for knowledge, basically, or to come to an instruction of law. Now,
From where you get this 35%?
oh, for crying out loud! Why are you interrupting me? I'm
No,
talking to
from where
Stephen.
you get it? From where you
I'm
get this
talking
35?
to Stephen.
I want to know. Look,
See,
I want to
this
know.
is
I want
this
to
is a
know.
perfect example of
No.
perfect deflection. We've just arranged for me to speak
I
to
want to
Stephen
know
and go through it. Why are you interrupting
Yes.
me?
Did you
No,
just
what-
go on perfect deflection?
Look.
Yeah,
I
it is a
want to
perfect
know.
deflection.
No, I want to know from where you get this 35%.
It's
do you
another
know?
perfect interruption.
How do I know this is Steve? Can you ask him, please, from where he get this 35-40%? How do I know? For example, I want to know.
He can hear you. I'm just I don't want to be the one getting my arms ripped off here, but
Stephen,
you guys
did we not
gotta
agree
give
that
each
I
other
was
fair
talking?
amounts of response time.
No, because
Yes.
he doesn't. No, because he doesn't.
See?
He doesn't.
Martin,
He doesn't
Why don't we have like a miniature mini debate here where you guys both get 2 minutes apiece to talk, and you guys
No,
just go back and
listen.
uninterrupted, 2 minutes each.
Listen, he will interrupt because we just arranged for me to speak to you uninterrupted. And
No,
what
you
did he do?
cannot.
He
No, you
interrupted.
cannot talk. No, you cannot talk half an hour. Just
I'm not
talk 2
speaking for
minutes.
half an hour. I didn't even
Okay,
speak
2
for less than
minutes.
3 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes talk.
Why? What happened to freedom of speech, Muji?
Okay, 2 minutes.
You
can
won't allow
talk.
people to talk?
No, you are talking 2 minutes. Please.
Okay, Muji, listen, just remember now, bro, yeah? When you try to come up and people don't want to hear you, it's because the way you treat other people also.
Okay. No.
You haven't allowed
I'm
me to
asking you a
speak.
question. I didn't remove you. I didn't block you like those others do. I'm just asking you a
Oh, okay, well,
simple
listen,
question.
I've said my piece. Dude, I've like literally, I don't think it's worth entertaining a conversation because you don't want to have any sort of dialogue.
No, because you
Listen,
just
if you talk about Muji, listen, mate.
When somebody asks you a question, you run away always.
Nobody's running away.
Yes.
No, I'm not running
I'm
away from
asking
you.
I'm asking
You
you a
don't
question.
listen. You don't interrupt me
Uh-huh.
while I'm speaking.
I'm asking you from where
You do not interrupt me while I'm speaking.
From where you get this 35%?
You do not interrupt me while I'm speaking. You said, "Let me speak to Stephen," and you
Okay.
interrupted me.
Okay, continue.
Yeah, and this is what when we have any sort of conversation, you'll either interrupt or you'll run to a video or you'll go here, there, and everywhere.
All right. Okay. I said it. I asked you too early. You just continue because this is my question after you finish. Okay. So continue, please. Explain.
Okay, Stephen, I've got a new channel called The Friend Zone. If you want to come and visit, I'm going live once or twice a week. and we're actually having conversations. If you want to actually have a conversation, then that's fine. You're more than welcome.
What's the channel called? I'm gonna write it down because
The Friend
I
Zone.
enjoy speaking to you as well, friendly Muslim. You know.
Yeah, it's called The Friend Zone.
Okay,
But you can
gotcha.
go to my channel. Yeah, I've got Christians that are coming. I've had hour discussions with Christians. I've got another Catholic coming on Sunday. We're going to have an hour conversation. So we're actually having good conversations, and they're presenting information, and they're going through slides, and we're actually I'm giving people a chance to speak. And people like Harry Sultan, people like Armin, people like Myth Vision are supporting my channel. They have actually asked me to start the
Congrats
channel.
on your channel.
Because they want me to have conversations with Muslims, with Christians, with atheists,
With Muslims
and
who support
have these
you,
conversations.
who agree with you
Congratulations.
Yeah, with Muslims who agree with you 100%, not those who
No,
disagree.
Muji, at the end of the day, you're gonna. If I gave you a chance to speak, you'll speak and you'll interrupt me, and you won't have a conversation.
Oh, so those Christians who talk to you guys in EA Dava, they don't interrupt you, no? It's all the time interruption.
They have
it's all the time
that's in a
discussion.
debate format.
No, it's all the time debate, you know.
Why?
So now,
Listen, why are you upset that other people are having conversations, but nobody wants to speak to you? This is the problem. I have told you. I've given you instructions. I've said this is how you can do better and engage in conversations. And all you do is tell people they're extremists, they're this, and try and make people feel sorry
yeah, I
for
have
you.
said it many times. Whoever believes in stoning adulterers, killing,
Nobody believes in stoning adulterers.
No, I'm saying. I say nobody. You mean that Daniel ISIS?
I knew you were going to say Daniel's name. I knew it.
Nobody is going to. Nobody believe. ISIS doesn't believe. Taliban doesn't believe. No, they don't believe. Can you tell me?
If they follow it, then they follow it.
Yeah, then they follow. So then they are called them ISIS. Okay.
So go check out the ISIS YouTube channel and go call them terrorists.
Yes.
Yeah. So why don't you go to them? Why don't you go and harass them then? Why are you?
Because listen to me. I don't have any contact with ISIS. Otherwise, I'm saying everywhere.
Well, then why don't you go after them then?
Where they are? I don't know. Where are they?
Well, why are you going after your regular Muslims and then telling people, oh, they believe in this and they believe in that without even talking to them?
Oh, regular Muslims who they say always that apostates should get killed. Is that regular Muslims?
Who are you speaking to?
Sorry, I have seen it many places on my.
Then why don't you go and deal with those people? I've never said
I'm
that.
I'm dealing with them, and then you also when I deal with them, you go on me and
you're trying to blame me for what Armin doesn't want to speak to you. Armin didn't want to speak to you when
I'm not blaming. No, I'm not blaming you because of Armin.
This is how this is the
I never
hypocrisy.
blame. No, I never blame you for Armin. I blame you for you didn't let me to talk to Khalil, and you didn't talk.
Khalil doesn't want to speak to you, bro.
No, it was look, it was the other one as well. Brother Isa wanted to ask me about the solution.
No, brother Kov, FF, he doesn't know you, and he doesn't know how much you slander people. When I told him what you did and what you said about Khalil and me afterwards, he was like, bro, I'm sorry, I had no idea. If I knew, I played him the video.
I wasn't.
So when I played him the video, so don't think that he wanted to speak to you. He didn't know what you had done that week.
Okay. I wasn't going.
Why don't you say sorry, Muji? Say sorry, man. You know what? I shouldn't be talking badly about you people.
No. So let me see. Why when I say the truth that you.
There's no truth, mate. You're lying to people.
No, you say always that. Oh, it is about killing apostate. It's about.
No, I never said anything about that.
You say it's about treasoner. Why
don't you show your scholarly works? Why don't you show some works about it then?
I showed you, but you didn't.
You show the same two cherry-picked stuff. Honestly, mate, look, you can do better than you're doing. I've given you advice. Okay. I've told you how to speak to people. I've told you how to present information. We try to help you with the debates. We've done all we can. Okay?
Look, you asked me a question, but you don't want to listen. You say, where is my scholarly research? I played for you that sheikh who was, front of a crowd. He was trying to explain that why this hadith is fabricated. Okay. and then you were saying, oh, you have shown this many times, we don't want to listen, and you were leaving. Okay, so don't please go around and say it is about treasoners. No, it's not about treasoners.
Well,
And
if my
many
research,
people,
if my research shows that, and I've got research to back it up, then who are you to tell me anything other than your what you're saying?
so you
If
mean
in
that
times of war,
okay,
listen,
let me
no,
finish.
listen,
Okay,
no, listen.
you make it up. You
You
make
are
it up.
addicted. You make it up. Everybody knows you make it up, and that's why they tell you about it. You make it up.
Okay, it is your own. Let me
It
see.
is your own fiction.
No, from where you got this? Where is written
You
in the
are
hadith?
listen.
The
You
hadith
will.
says that anyone who leaves Islam, kill him.
Are you
Or
kidding me?
when,
Do you even know? Have you gone through the hadith? Have you
yes,
gone
I have
through
done
the
that.
history of it? No, you
Yeah,
haven't. You're see,
okay.
now you're being dishonest.
Look. I
Martin,
say,
not Muji, honestly,
I,
mate.
Hello.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Someone
that's
call my
fine.
name.
Yeah, no, accidentally. I was
Okay,
like,
accident.
yeah, I was gonna say, I was trying to say Muji, and then I read Martin
Okay.
under here.
Like Muji does in the debate.
Yeah,
Martin,
just like,
Martin.
yeah, I don't need like I'm so chilled on every single stream with everyone. I only this guy just like it just gets to a point where why are you bothering to help the guy trying to talk to people when all he does is call them badmouths them afterwards, and then you're trying to blame me for them not speaking to you.
Here's my honest opinion, Brother Muchi. It's
Okay.
not that. So okay, so let me just give an analogy. I, for a living, have done air conditioning and heating. So if I was to come onto your channel and start talking to you about the intricacies of subcool and superheat and how that mathematically shows if we're low on refrigerant or too high on refrigerant, it'd be completely uninteresting to you.
Okay.
It's not the fact that you're telling people that they're, terrorists or whatever, or extremist. I mean, obviously I don't support that because I don't think myself or a friendly Muslim or any of the other people you speak to say that. I'm into philosophy.
Okay.
I don't find what you like to talk about, I don't find it interesting.
Okay.
And so it's not anything against you.
Okay.
Just when you come on, no disrespect, but you put me to sleep. Like I fall asleep with the topics that you talk about. So
Okay.
I don't
So
engage with
you talk about Islam, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was there to talk about Islam. So I was talking about the punishment in Islam, and you started to mock me with the brother Isa, and you even changed my name from Perfect Dawa to something else. I don't remember.
But don't feel special. I do that with everybody.
All right. Okay. So that was not about air condition or whatever. It was about Islam. Last time I was going to talk to you about this. You were talking about this. What is it? Salman Rushdie. I was going to tell you it was about the subject. I was going to tell you why Khomeini put this fatwa on Salman Rushdie. Okay. It was just because political reason, because he had problem inside the country. So he wanted to waive that attention. And unfortunately, you didn't allow me. Okay. And last time,
I'm just absolutely uninterested in talking politics.
Yeah, he's not interested in that topic. And also, if someone's going to come up and speak about something, we want actual information. We don't want your just blasé opinion about something.
Okay.
We actually want a history, an article, but they are not interested in that. So they don't want to talk about political stuff.
All right. Let me see. Why Khalid, Brother Khalid, why you think that I'm not a Muslim?
Huh?
Why you think
because
that
you
I'm
went
not
on
a
a
Muslim?
channel and you said you didn't care whether Allah existed or not.
No,
that's exactly why.
Listen to me. Hey.
Yeah, and then the week before that you said you didn't care whether the prophet was a prophet or not.
No, I didn't say that I don't care. Okay, I said that.
And then your co-host, your Christian co-host, called him a fake prophet, and you said, "Oh, I don't care."
No.
I didn't know about that.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
No.
And so he thinks that's it.
When
you go to other channels and you say that I don't care about this is what he said. I don't care whether Allah exists or not. Just as long as the Bible says, "Oh, be kind to your neighbor," then that's all I care about. So you're saying that you don't care whether God exists or not. But if the Bible says this, then that's what you agree with.
No.
So how can you then claim to be a
Now let me talk.
What's the definition of as Muslim? What's the
let me see.
Well, he's not submitting to God then, is he?
Who submits to the one true God, not one who says, I don't care if he exists or not?
No. Look, I have to tell you first that it is not what I mean is that is not the main reason, okay, that why I'm a Muslim, that God
God is not
exists
the
or
main reason
doesn't.
why you're not a
No,
Muslim.
no, look, I said
You submit
it
to
is a,
God, but God is not the main reason why you're a
How,
Muslim.
if God didn't
Wow.
exist, how could you be a Muslim?
no, listen to me.
Oh
I'm
my
look,
Muji, how
why,
can you
why
say this,
no friendly
bro?
Muslim? Why you don't allow me to talk? I have to put you mute
I'm in
you or what?
shock. I'm in
Look,
shock.
look, I
Are you
say
a
I have to put
dictator that you're going
no.
to mute me?
Okay, look, you see, he's playing
Oh,
game now.
Muji.
Martin, do you think that do you see he's playing game? He doesn't let
No,
me.
I'm not. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
no,
you
you
complain
playing
about
game.
being
No,
you
no,
preach.
Muji, I
no,
think he struggles to sometimes live up to his name. Muji,
yeah,
that's all I think.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no, no,
Sometimes
no.
it gets hard.
When it comes to this
yeah.
behavior,
Yeah,
I struggle it.
friendly Muslim, listen to me. I said that I have said it many times. I didn't become Muslim because God exists or doesn't exist. I became Muslim because God, the solution to all our problems is in Islam. Okay, so if God exists and He cannot help us, okay, then that God is not worth
Did you get that
to
quote
be
from Claire
worshipped.
Call?
Okay,
Yeah, that's
sorry,
exactly what Claire Core
yeah,
says, bro.
yeah, what? Yeah,
Hey, friendly Muslim, you remember I
listen to
brought
me.
that up last stream? I even
Listen,
Yeah.
said it. I was like, hey man,
yeah,
like like isn't that the core first thing you do is believe in God and then
I believe
his
no,
commands and
no.
word? Like
Yeah.
what good
Okay.
is someone's word if they don't even exist anyway?
No, no. I say, look, I don't say
Then
that
it's
he
not
doesn't exist.
divine.
No, no, I don't say that he
Stephen,
doesn't exist. No,
Muji,
I
one
said
second. Let me
I,
give him an example, bro.
let
Please,
me talk
please, can I
also. No,
speak?
no,
I know
no, but
we know
no,
your opinion. One second, please.
no,
We
no.
want to discuss. Please, let me have my
Okay,
free
okay,
speech.
yes,
Please.
yes, please.
Yeah, don't
Okay,
be a dictator, please. Okay,
so
so then, like, Stephen, there's a woman called Claire Core. I might actually interview you for her, right? So she actually believes in Sharia law, but doesn't believe in God. She
mhm,
just doesn't believe in God, but she says Sharia law is the way, it's the best thing for humanity. The Quran and its laws are the best thing for humanity. But that no one can claim that she's a Muslim. So Muji is doing the exact same thing.
okay.
She's actually been here before. She's been on this stream one time.
Yes, she
Yeah,
was here.
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
She had
yeah,
a,
yeah. I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right. So now let
I
me
mean, do you want to
tell
have
you.
more conversations with her, Muji? Because you seem to have more in common with her. That you like
No,
the Sharia, but God doesn't
no, no.
matter.
Okay, look, I say, okay, she's welcome to call in as well. Okay, no problem. I don't have any problem with anybody call here, and I disagree with her definitely on something. Okay, so for example, what is Sharia law for her? But anyway, it is about me and my belief. Okay, and my judgment is on God, not on you that I'm a Muslim or not. Okay, so you are not God. Khalil is not God to say that I'm a Muslim or not. What I'm saying that I'm converted to Islam. Okay, I converted to Islam. I know that God exists. I realize that why God exists because I realized that these uneducated man 1400 years ago came with such a great solution to all our problems. Okay, that of course I was going to help you, Khalil. That solution is not just charity. Charity is just a painkiller, but unfortunately, I didn't get the opportunity. Okay, I didn't get the opportunity. Anyway, so let me continue to talk. Khalil, you have very bad noise, background noise. Anyway, so what I'm saying is that definitely I came to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in God, because of what I learned. Okay, because what I understood that this religion is from God, and it cannot be from a man without any knowledge in the past. So, but anyway, at the end, because people trying to reject God, okay, they trying to say God doesn't exist. So, what my what is it logic to them is that okay, so even if he doesn't exist, then the solution, you look at the solution. Okay, for example, I was writing in Nuria night before when they were bringing some fabricated hadith to say, oh, this written like this, attacking Islam. So I just quoted some verses of Quran. I said that which favor of Allah you reject. These verses, do you follow them or you don't follow them? That it says, like Jesus said, the verses are not front of me now. Jesus said, love one another, love your
See, when
neighbor,
you
and
go
so on.
running to the Bible, you're not doing the Quran any
saying,
justice, bro.
I'm saying that. Okay, let me read for you the verses if you want. There are lots of verses of Quran.
No,
that say,
I know the verses in the
yeah,
Quran,
okay,
bro.
so give to the poor, needy, take care of them, and so on. All these beautiful verses. Why you reject these verses? Okay, so you try.
Nobody.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm saying that these atheists, these so-called ex-Muslims, you are trying hard to reject God, to reject these verses of Quran. That's wrong of you. Allah subhanahu wa
Okay,
ta'ala just
are they allowed
wants
to
you.
disagree with you?
Sorry?
Are they allowed to disagree with you?
If they go against these verses, okay, then even the government will touch them, okay?
Oh,
If they go
the
and kill
government will
people.
touch them.
No, if they go and kill people, if they go and rob people, yes,
You're
Quran
talking
says
about
they don't.
you're talking. See, this is the other problem, mate. We're having a conversation
I'm
about you
talking.
talking to these people, and then you go to such extremes about killing people and robbing people. Like,
I'm saying that these verses, why if they reject these verses, okay, and they go against these verses, of course they will be punished here and hereafter, both, because they cannot go and kill people, they cannot go and rob people, and so on. Okay, of course those verses that says that take care of poor and needy, they are not going to be punished here. They will be punished next life, for sure.
okay,
So
great.
this
All
is
right, so
I'm saying that why you reject these verses. That's all. Okay.
right, fine. So when you're going onto a platform and you're telling people that you don't care about God, whether God exists or not,
No, I'm not saying
it's
that.
sending out the
No,
wrong
it's
message,
wrong.
mate.
Okay, it's a wrong understanding. What I'm saying is that,
Okay,
okay,
well then
this the message is all about God wants. If God wanted, He says in Quran, if He wanted that all of us become Muslims, okay, He would done it. Okay, He would show Himself. He doesn't, He doesn't need that we or all of us believe in Him. He wants that we follow His commands. This is my understanding of Islam and Quran, that he mostly what he wants is that we follow his command. Shaitan became a kafir. He believed in God. He knew
okay,
that God exists.
is capitalism from Shaitan?
Capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a deep discussion. I say
Okay.
capitalism is Shaitan.
What? Yes
Yes,
or no, Muji?
no, capitalism is Shaitan, not is from Shaitan. Capitalism is Shaitan.
Okay, capitalism is Shaitan. Okay,
Okay,
fine.
so do you know
But
Shaitan? Do you know who is Shaitan? Who's
your
Shaitan?
organization is
Okay.
funded by capitalism.
Okay, don't go to that. Okay, my
Okay, fine.
organization is
See, this
not
is the whole
founded.
problem,
It's not.
Muji.
No,
It's
it's not founded.
inconsistent messaging you're giving people,
No,
mate.
from where you said you got it that it
From
is
you. From
from me.
you.
I said that they are founded by capitalism.
How do they get their donations? From who?
Yes, they get from supporters,
Okay,
and
and
they
who are
go.
those supporters?
Okay,
And
okay,
are those supporters involved in capitalism? Yes or no,
okay.
please, Muji?
Okay, look, my friendly Muslim, we are living
Okay.
in this. We are
See?
living in this jungle. Look, we are living in
Oh,
this jungle.
now we're
I'm
back to the
also.
jungle.
I'm
Oh,
yes.
Muji, man.
I'm
Muji,
also.
people
Yeah.
can't take you seriously when they ask you a straightforward question
Okay.
and you answer is, we're living in a jungle.
Okay. So now, all right. Let me
Muji,
ask
you
you.
believe that we are in a
Okay.
jungle?
Okay.
You,
Let
you,
me no. Why you just let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a
oh,
question.
no. You answer me.
No.
Am I in a jungle at the moment? Are there
Yes.
monkeys swinging from
Yeah.
trees? Are
Okay.
there lions walking on the street?
Okay. Okay.
In Sweden, is it the
No.
Jungle Book? Please
Okay.
explain this.
All right. Okay. You don't
We're
understand
living in a
something.
jungle.
Okay. Okay. My friendly Muslim, tell me, shaitan, if I rob somebody, okay,
Oh
is
my
it
God.
shaitan? No. What, my God? You want to go to a discussion that you
I
don't want
want
to
to
ask the
have a
question.
Muji, when you talk
What is
about
shaitan?
this,
No, can you
when you
tell me?
go on other
Okay.
platforms and you
Oh,
say these things, people
friendly
do not take
Muslim.
you seriously,
No,
mate.
friendly Muslim. You
What
don't
don't you
just say.
understand about that?
Don't just say like this. They don't take you serious. Answer my question.
Why would
I
they
don't.
take you
No,
seriously?
friendly
Oh, dude,
Muslim.
man, I
Friendly
gotta go,
Muslim.
bro.
No, friendly
Listen,
Muslim.
listen,
Answer my question.
Muji,
Oh,
listen. This is my last attempt, bro.
look.
This
All you
really is
did
my
here.
last
No,
attempt.
look.
I tried to
All
have
you
a
did.
sensible adult conversation with you,
No.
and you
All you
told
did here.
me,
All you
and you
did here.
told me
No,
that
all
I
you
live
did
in a
here.
jungle.
No, all you did here was just running away from my
There's not.
question. Okay?
I'm running away
Yeah.
from lunacy, mate.
No,
Yes, I'm
no.
running
You
away
see,
when I
yes.
can't have a productive conversation.
Look, friendly Muslim, I don't know who Shaitan. I want to ask you a
Okay,
question.
now you
please.
don't know who Shaitan is.
No,
Now.
I don't know. Can you answer me?
You
please?
told me Shaitan's capitalism.
No. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm so sorry. Can you answer
Did you
my
not say that
question?
now?
Martin,
See,
Martin,
Munchi, listen, mate.
Yes.
Martin,
Yes. Yes, Muji.
you see his tactic. You see such a dirty tactic he's using.
Yes,
now,
Muji,
Yes,
you'll
yes,
have to
yes.
just become
we
a
sat
Christian
for
with me,
2
Muji.
hours.
Just
We
become a
sat
Christian
for
with
2
me.
hours.
He's using such a dirty tactic to
We
run
sat
away.
for 2 hours.
You are using such a dirty tactic.
There's no tactic.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Who's that?
What the heck was that?
What?
What was that?
Somebody sure. Okay.
Okay.
All
All right, Muji, listen.
No,
You should
don't.
speak to Shaw.
No, you're okay. Just I say, let's say that I don't know.
Muji, when you lose an argument, you start saying things like, "Oh, dirty tactic he's using."
Why
because
you're running away from a Muslim? Please don't
because
run
you
away.
will not answer the question, mate.
Don't run away.
Who's
use
running?
that-
I've got other things to do than
You're
talk
running.
to you.
You see now.
All right,
now-
Martin, I'm taking
No.
off.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'll email
You're
you when I
running
get word
away.
from
As
Modern Day
usually,
Debate.
Okay.
yes.
Cheers, man.
Okay. As usually for a
Okay.
Muslim, you don't want to answer because you know that you don't have the answer. That's why
Dude,
you
listen,
use the
you're the
tactic.
one
You
with the
use a
perfect
tactic.
dawah. You are the one with the
use a
perfect
tactic.
dawah. Yes or no?
I'm asking you a
We
question.
can't learn. We don't know
No,
anything. You know the perfect dawah.
I'm asking you a
You
question.
are the perfect dawah.
You see, you remember Martin that Kenny Boomer? Yeah, you remember? It's exactly the same tactic they use. Okay, they just
Oh, look,
talk,
Muji, the tactics.
they just
Look
talk.
at
You
your
see?
tactic. Go show Quranic Islam and show them the whole conversation that you had there.
Okay.
Show them the full Harris clip, yeah, and then show
Okay.
them the full Quranic Islam clip. You won't do that because you won't tell people the truth.
Okay, but look, what happened in
Dude,
Quranic
listen.
Islam? What
Have
happened
a
there?
good.
No, what happened there?
Oh, now you don't remember? Now
Yeah,
you don't remember.
in Quranic Islam?
You don't remember what your conversation there was?
Yes, I know, but what
It was
happened
only
there?
last week. What did you say?
Yes, I know. I was talking about the same thing that other
What did you say?
other
Who?
YouTube channel. Come on. Other YouTube channel. Friendly Muslim. Sorry, this Quranic Islam wasn't against me at all. He was with me. He agreed with me as well.
You
So
didn't tell him the truth, and you didn't tell him the full story. You didn't tell him that Harris had you for 40 minutes, and he told you that you were boring to speak to. You didn't tell him that, did you?
Muji sure wants to come in and say something on your behalf or something. But he said it wasn't his mic. He says it wasn't.
Okay, anyway, you should speak to
no,
Shaw.
No, friendly. Yeah, I was going to talk to you, friendly. Listen, look, friendly. I'll tell you something, brother. You guys have a bunch of Dawa groups or Dawa channels that you're always sitting there, want to talk to atheists and Christians. And for some reason, you presume that the whole world has to be Sunni. You know, like anytime that comes,
No, I haven't.
wait. Let me finish. You do the same thing with Muji.
But
you
I
do
haven't
the same thing
spoken
with
to
Muji.
you.
Let me finish my point before
I
you
haven't
sit there and
spoken to
interrupt.
you. Have we spoken?
You didn't speak to me. But again, I always get kicked
and
out of your
last
channels
night,
quick,
listen to me.
because
Last night,
listen, I don't care about last night. I'm talking about a general point. Let's not go to specifics. What I'm trying to say to you is very simple. You guys bully anyone that comes.
I haven't spoken to anyone.
What? Because you don't let the people speak.
You spoke to Kino for 40 minutes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because
you told me
weren't
in the
there.
conversation
I know,
yesterday.
but
you had a good conversation. Now you're denying that you had a conversation.
But every time somebody comes in with a perspective that they're understanding from the Quran that doesn't go with the mainstream, you guys become a little irritated and you're quick to kick them off. The first time I came on your platform, I told Isa the same example that he gave the Christians. The same example he gave the Christians is applying to him. You kick me off.
Let him talk, friendly Muslim. Let him talk.
Every time somebody this is what they do. This is what they do.
I know. Look, sure, he was on this what is it, Myth Vision, and both Harry Sultan and this what is it, AP, all of them, they were telling him, and Nuria as well. They also realized that he is somehow is not saying the truth. Okay, And I have also understood that he's not saying the truth, he's hiding something. All right. So that's why they always use this method. Don't talk so much, and they don't allow you to talk. Okay. There was this Kenny Boomer as well. Martin remembers that he came, and then when I was going to ask him a question, he didn't let me talk. It was despite it was on my platform. On his platform, he didn't let me to talk. He removed me right away. On my platform, he wasn't allowing me to talk. Okay. You see, this guy, he's now saying that, oh, who's Satan? It's capitalism, and then why you are doing, getting salary? And excuse me, we are living in this world. We cannot, it is a satanic world. We are living in this satanic world, and we have to survive also. But it doesn't mean that we accept it. Okay. It doesn't. Prophets of God also, they were living in that world, but it doesn't mean that they accept it. Okay. But they should live in that world. Yes, brother.
Sure. To be honest, like, yes. I agree with you 100%. And God is still judging, regardless of we have to take the lesser evil and we have to work with the capitalists or the disbelievers. Mm-hmm. But there's sometimes when I took on a job and I started to work, like every time I would get up to pray, I would get pain in my head. Like, God is not accepting what I'm doing. Until I quit that job, I'm able to read the Quran. Like, I believe this is how God guides people. But like the point that I'm making, I 100% agree with you. And I see how they treat you. It's because you're going off the main script. Like they're being tested. They're being tested just like how they go to Christians and they make fun of them. Oh, you guys have no logic, have nothing. Anyone who presents to them any advice or any proof that something they're saying has no logic, they say, oh, it's metaphysical. It's not for you to understand. The whole thing about the Quran is telling you, you know what? You have to be logical. You have to have somewhat either of like, from your internal logic of believing in God, or if you have science in front of you, you have math in front of you, you have so many ways to prove that it's truth, right? But they don't want to consider that. And every time I have a conversation with them, all they want to do is kick me off, and they strongman the person. It's like, oh, now that I'm going to shout, I'm going to cut you off, so you're wrong. No, man, just listen to the conversation.
Exactly. If you were here such a long time, I was listening to you despite you were doing all this, but still I let you talk. But on their channel, they don't let you talk at all. Okay. So let me, I'm going to
Muji, now you can see the difference between me trying to help you, Muji, and really Musi trying to help you.
Thank you. It's very good. I need
good stream today for sure. Very I would say entertaining, but everyone got to get involved. It was good.
Yeah.
Muji, but on a note, like, brother, the more you show them patience and the more you show them like sabr, the more they're gonna be embarrassed on the day of judgment, because you're telling them more truth than they want to hear. And just like as God said in the Quran, most of them like are hateful towards the truth, and they just don't want to admit that their curriculum has been corrupted.
Yes, they like to hear this. What is it? It was on that Quranic Islam. He was saying that verse that they lahwal hadith. They like to hear lahwal hadith. Okay, the false hadith. They like to hear that. They ignore Quranic verse. Check it. Check that. It was nice as well, that stream that he was saying. Oh, what you were saying that in that stream. Excuse me, nothing happened that I play every stream that I go. He's a nice brother. We were talking, had a conversation. Why I have to play that one here? Okay, I was just talking and then nothing special. And this it make it like a crime that I didn't play the entire video of Hari Sultan. Excuse me, I was thinking maybe he's not interested for Martin. Let me play it then for you. The rest was just he was saying that, oh, it is boring for me. I was talking to you. Of course it wasn't boring for him. It was, he was embarrassed at that time that he was debating me, because at the end of the debate he said, oh, please don't go and make fun of me, because he was terrible. He realized it himself. So let me share with you.
But I wonder if Friendly Muslim put on a camera, if he would be different, if we could actually see his face and he's talking to us face to face, if there would be a difference. Because sometimes through the internet, a person easily just says stuff and type stuff, especially typing especially.
Exactly. Let me play this one, brother. You were saying, okay, let's see. This is Tariq Ramadan. Let's see how he has been also getting. It's not only me. So when they say, "Oh, you just say every hadith you don't like, you say it is fabricated." Look at here.
That, but it's going far. It's also to tackle some of the issues where the Muslims are not ready to talk or they are shy to talk. When it comes, for example, to hukm al-ridda, which is it right to say that a Muslim cannot change his or her religion? And you cannot deny that in the Islamic history, the majority of the Muslim scholars, the great majority of the Muslim scholars were saying, you can't change your religion because you have one hadith saying, Man baddala deenahu faqtulu, the one who is changing his or her religion, kill him. And another one is that the one who is going astray from the community, his blood is lawful. And some scholars were saying that's clear. You can't.
Okay, sorry, I have to say it now. This is exactly what I'm saying. He also say, okay, and unfortunately, friendly Muslim going around, and for me, he's lying. Okay, that he say it is about treasoners. Okay, and when I want to ask him question, he doesn't let me. He just talk. I want to say, what is treason? Can you explain the treason? They start to do like that. So let's continue.
And I went through all this. I said that's not true. In the 8th century, Sufyan al-Thawri was saying, no, it's not true. The Prophet never killed someone who changed his or her religion, one. And second, it was something which has to do with war, because some of the people were changing the religion. They were becoming Muslims, taking information in a state of war, and coming back to the enemy and using this. They were war traitors. It has nothing to do with changing his religion. And in the book I wrote on the Prophet, I saw 3 cases where they changed their religion and he never killed them. He never killed anyone on this only basis. It has nothing to do with this. So I said this 20 years ago, and I was considered by some, in Mauritius, the Mufti of Mauritius said Tariq Ramadan is kafir murtad, meaning by this, in his words, infidels and apostate. And I was just going through the tradition, saying, "What are you saying?" It's not me. It's the tradition, and I'm repeating what some scholars said in the 18th century, and now I'm coming with the text. Show me where the Prophet killed someone because he or she changed his or her religion. Just show me this. I want to see this, and I never got an answer. So I repeated this. Recently, the Mufti of Egypt, Sheikh Ali Joma, came on the new, this On Faith, Newsweek and Washington Post. They have a website, and he came with exactly the same position, saying, no, you cannot say that you have to kill if the one is doing it out of his or her conscience. It's a personal choice. You cannot kill him or kill her. He said that. 2 days later, the Council of Dar el-Ifta in Egypt sent a message to the website saying he was misunderstood. And you know what he did? The day after, he sent another message saying, no, I said it. And I think it's important. It's important to come with these very sensitive issues. So, yes, the majority of the Muslim scholars through the tradition are saying kill. But there are scholars from the 8th century saying no. They were in minority. And the position is to come with the text and the evidences. And this is what I try to do. And I said on this, when it comes to freedom, you have to let the people decide. Of course, I'm not happy if someone is leaving Islam, but at the end of the day, it's his or her choice. And I may ask myself, which kind of education did we give him or her? But at the end, it's his or her choice. And this has to be clearly stated by Muslims. And sometimes they're not clear. They want freedom for the Christians to become a Muslim. But when it comes to them, they are silent and not consistent. And the very important thing for us in the future is that we have to be confident with our own religion. We don't have to be scary about if this is right, it's right. And then be consistent with our principles, which is not the case today.
All right, yeah.
Muji, I think Khalil was a little bit naughty. He was playing that let me tell you something, and then we thought it was Shua doing that, and we kicked him.
What?
Exactly when Shua came in, then Khalil or a friendly Muslim played that. Let me tell you something. Like super hard, and then you banned or kicked Shua out of the.
Brother, they don't want to talk to me because I
Oh,
said
yeah,
some
yeah.
stuff on their streams, and it was politely said, but I challenged them, and they all went against what the mainstream teaches. I said, "Who's the best man that walked on earth?" You know, and it's very clear in the Quran, like God is putting Abraham in a certain favor than everyone else. And I said, "Who's the?" They go, "Oh, it's Muhammad." And I'll go, "Well, what if there's a verse?" Then someone said, "Oh, well, when I believe it was Kino, he said, well, when Jesus was walking around, he was the best man that walked on earth." I was like, "Alive or dead? Who's the best man?" They were like, "Oh, we're not the ones who sit there and like put prophets on top of each other." I'm like, "Yeah, we don't do that either, but you're the ones who are making a claim that Muhammad is the best messengers among all the messengers, and then you're the ones who are like painting the mosques in certain ways that the prophet himself didn't do that."
Yeah.
And then they just wanted to kick me off.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you have a YouTube channel or not?
Me, I do have a YouTube channel, but I'd rather keep it to the side. Is just because, look, I'll be honest. One thing that I know why these people are not getting guided, like the friendly Muslim channels and all that, because we have to go back to the text. And what does the Quran say? What does God say? Like those that like profit off the word of God, right? They're in a position of a loss at this point. I'm not saying they're going to hell or heaven. That's up to God. But what I'm saying is I can witness them breaking the word of God. We can't make YouTube channels and read the Quran on YouTube for non-believers and then me monetize it on YouTube. I just got my reward from YouTube. Me saying like, "Oh, if you guys give me a super chat, I'll read your question first." That's me looking for my reward in the world. I'm not doing it for the people. I'm doing it as a job at this point. And this is not what our religion is about, you know? Like Muhammad didn't sit there and be like, "Hey guys, if someone gives me like $10, I'm going to answer your question first." No, man. So these people are making money off Islam. These people are making money off the word. So why would they be guided when the truth comes to them? Actually, for them, it's an embarrassment. It's like a big atheist saying, like, "You know what? I do believe in God." It's a big embarrassment to him. So most of them won't, even if they start seeing it. And these Muslims, like, well, so-called Muslims, these Sunnis, if you tell them the truth, what ends up happening? It's an embarrassment to them if they admit it.
But so why didn't you want to share your YouTube channel?
He maybe doesn't have like he's just like this, yeah.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Like if you look into the comments,
you can put it in the private chat even, and then I can see it. But I think your voice sounds awesome, so you can even begin a ASMR channel if you.
Yeah, but I just played this Tariq, what is it, Ramadan, to show that yes, it is not just me. Yeah, even him, they were going to, they put, they made him a murtad, apostate, yeah, a scholar, and he was saying that, look, he gave them the proof, but they don't want to listen. Even like friendly Muslim, they don't want to listen. I was going to ask him about shaitan, and because he knows that he cannot answer my question, he ran away. Understand? Like usually, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And if I want to talk to them on their channel, they don't allow me. So, excuse me. When I ask you here a question, you run away. There, you don't allow me to talk. So, I mean, you see that they are always welcome here to talk. But of course, I ask them to be respectful and let us also talk, not just all the time. Whenever we say something, you just jump.
Muji, the problem is like they're coming here thinking that they're gonna help you while they're the ones who truly need the help. You are willing to consider like a new information that if it goes against what you were thinking, and if it's from the Quran, I'm pretty sure you would reassess your position, and and then you would change your mindset. But they, on the other hand, they're closed from that. They don't like contemplate the Quran. They don't think about the Quran. They go by what the people in the mosques are telling them and what people online are telling them. But they themselves cannot make a decision while God is telling them, like, you know what, like God's gonna judge him not because of what Sheikh Shafi'i said or what Maliki said. He's gonna judge them for what they did.
Exactly, I've said it many times. Okay, that if in the Qiyamah, the judgment day, if I go and kill an apostate, I cannot say in the judgment day that, oh, Bukhari told me, so go and punish Bukhari. No, he will punish me. Okay, he's not going to. He will punish Bukhari definitely to say this lie, but he will punish me too. He said that. Excuse me, where I said in Quran. You cannot just blame it on Bukhari. You had also your own brain.
Plus, you to take it further, with Bukhari is going to say, like, you guys weren't following me, like I had nothing to do with you. You guys are calling upon me. I have no idea who you are, and I just wrote a book, and you guys are doing what you want with that book. That's not what I told you to do with the book. Bukhari never put his book in the same level as the Quran. Like, if I show, obviously there's so many verses, not verses, sorry, there's so many hadiths in the Bukhari that goes against mind, the Quran, reason, anything to do with normal like sense. But we can't say, like, hey, this is not right. Why? Because some people in the desert say that's how it is, and then they go make fun of this is my killer. This is the thing that hurts me the most. It's like they go to Christians and they say, oh yeah, you have the book of God, and this is the book of God. And they're like, it's all corrupted, and you have a huge telephone game, and nothing is gonna make sense to it because how many times have been it moved around, translated. I'm like, what you guys are explaining is literally what's going on in Hadith. Like, someone hit me with he was like, okay, so which Torah should I look at? Because in this Torah, they're giving me a date. In this Torah, it's a different date. And in this Torah, is a different date. I'm like, okay, so which narration should I take? Was it when he had 11 wives or 7 wives or 9 wives? It's the exact same principle.
Exactly.
Yeah, I just think there's one Torah, but but because I think it's absolute blasphemy to say that God's words have been changed and is corrupted. It's an insult to God. It's an insult to Muslims that were living throughout the ages. Insult to Christians as well, and an insult to Jews. And Muhammad in his day put a Bible on a cushion and said he believes in the one who revealed that Bible. So.
Yeah, but you know what?
And the time it was already spread all over the world. It was copied, and so even if someone wanted to change it, you can automatically then see who changed it. And
brother, even if it gets changed, and I don't mean to cut you off, they're not going to change it 100%. Let's say like 40 of it got corrupted, 20% of it got corrupted. The basis is still there, and whatever corruptions they made, the Quran is correcting it. So when God is saying, like, the people of the gospel should judge with what gospel is in it, because yes, there is ayats in the gospel. Like, if you look at the first, the people that like to refer to the 4th century gospel, if you look at Luke 1:14, when Zechariah is being told that he's going to have the son, it's the exact same verse that we have in the Quran, and it's the exact same verse that they have in the gospel today. So that's obviously from God at that point. That's not the word.
Yeah, I just think
but that's irrelevant.
I just think Islam copied a lot of Judaism and Christianity, and that's why it's in the Quran, and other texts as well, like the infancy gospels and stuff like that. Even like the where Jesus blows into a bird, that could be very good evidence for the Christian idea that Jesus is God, but we don't use it because we think it's not supposed to be good evidence. We never use it. You'll never find it in a debate where a Christian is.
You mean the apocryphal texts?
Yeah,
those were like considered fairy tales at the time, where parents would tell that to their kids. Nobody really took it seriously, so it's not in the Bible. But the problem with the Islamic community is they are just as confused and fractured as every other community. When Shur discusses Islam, he's given his own opinion and his own interpretation, just like many Christians are doing. So it's like nobody really has the correct answer. They think they do. If we want to,
but it's honest, like in science the same. Science is the same. We have free will, so we're going to disagree, but we should help each other because we all have places where we're perhaps mistaken or deceived. So we've all made mistakes in life, so we have to help each other.
So in reality, is that you can't really trust anybody else's opinion on anything. It's because
including
nobody knows if they're right or wrong. Like, guys, I subscribe to people who think Jesus is talking to them in their car, telling them where to go live, what job to take. They talk about, hello, friends and family. I just got a message from the Lord. The Lord is telling me that, it's the end times. We're living close to the rapture. Am I supposed to take some woman in her car seriously because she's telling me that Jesus is talking to her, or the Holy Spirit, or the Holy Ghost? I mean, you listen, when the Muslims are having a conversation with each other, they disagree with Muji, they're disagreeing with each other. Christians also disagree with themselves. You have OSAS, you have Free Gracers, you have Pentecostals.
Yeah, we're all trying to figure stuff out. Because we can't know everything. We're going to disagree on stuff.
Okay, but that's my point.
That's why we help each other in debates.
But that's my point. The problem why the problem why we are having all these disagreements and we have all this confusion. It's not.
But it doesn't mean we can't know anything.
No,
Tacos.
but you don't.
Sure, and Muji knows a lot of stuff
Muji is a
are
liberal
true.
Muslim.
Like Jesus existed. That's
Yeah,
a
but
true
Muji,
fact.
the reason why so many people have problems with Muji is because Muji is a liberal Muslim.
There's
He's not
no
a
such thing as a liberal Muslim.
He
No,
is a liberal.
Muji is breaking.
No, he's not.
Let me
Muji's
talk.
giving his own opinion, just like you
It's
are.
not
No,
opinion.
I'm
It's
not.
not
I'm not
opinion.
feeling that.
Because what
It is his
Muji,
opinion.
okay, let me finish. What Muji is doing is he's doing what the mainstream isn't doing. Muji is referring back to the source, the Quran. So when
But
he's
how do you
making
know
a claim,
he's right?
because again, when he's making a
Because it is
claim,
in Quran.
he's backing it up from the Quran. So I
No,
can
he's
see
not. That's
Yeah,
not.
he
That's
is.
not what the other Muslims say. They're saying, "No, Muji, you're wrong. We're right." No,
But
I'm
because
right.
the
You're
other-
wrong. So
because this is what
essentially,
I'm
at the
saying,
end of
Rev.
the day, sure, you're
Rev.
not listening. You didn't listen to a damn thing I said. At the end of the day, you are giving your opinion. Muji's giving his opinion and his interpretation. So are all the other people of faith. The Muslims are doing the same thing Muji's doing, but they're coming from their own opinion, their own interpretation, just like the Christians are doing with the Bible.
And you're doing the same as well. You're doing the
I
same
know
as well.
exactly.
So.
Now, and I am doing the same thing.
So-
You can give two Muslims one Quran. You can give Christians one Bible. You can give the Jews one Torah and say, okay.
And you can give people one world and they will disagree
then you
about the
can say to
world.
them,
You understand? Scientists disagree about a lot of stuff. So
Martin, no. Science is different.
They-
Science
they-
is trying to change.
they do.
Science
They
is
do.
trying to change. Come up
You
with
don't
new
know what
theories.
science then is. You don't know what science then
No,
is. Science
you-
comes from the
Martin,
Latin
no.
word scientia, which simply means knowledge. That's why you have
No,
library
Martin,
science and
but you're
political
conflating-
science,
you're
and that stuff changes over
No, but you're
time.
conflating science with religion. Religion is not science. Science is a methodology.
No, wait.
You.
Even atheists admit that religion is an early form of science. They would say a religion is an early form of science. So
Primitive science, but it's not real science.
Rev.
science is gaining knowledge. So
Religion is about controlling and modifying behavior. It's not.
that's a
interested in telling
deception,
you about
thinking
stars
that
and the planets.
not
Rev.
everything is like that.
Rev.
Look, you guys
To
gotta
answer
admit
you-
to
You're
yourself.
throwing the baby out with the bathwater, Tacos. You see a lot of bathwater, and now you're throwing the baby out.
Look,
It doesn't
Martin,
work
no,
like
you
that.
don't understand. You guys not listen. I have conversations with Christians too. We discuss when the
And I have
rapture-
conversations
is
with
there a
atheists too,
pre-trib?
and they also have
Is there a
different
post-trib?
views. Each one
Martin,
of them have a
Martin,
different view.
I'll ask you straight up right now. Do you believe in pre-trib or post-trib? What's your opinion on the rapture? You're
I'm
gonna
not
give
sure.
me your opinion, and if I go to another Christian, it's gonna be his
I'm on the
opinion.
sideline
Rev,
with
Rev.
some of the stuff. I'm on the sideline.
I gotta tell you the verse
None of
in
this
the
makes any
Quran.
sense to me. What you guys
Let
are
me
arguing
tell
about.
you. Let me tell you. There's a verse in the Quran that says that the people used to be one nation, one community, and then people split up. So God sent the prophets, right, and brought the books down with them. So like the Quran, the Gospel, is to judge between what the people used to differ about, with the different opinions they had, and the people who differed about the truth, okay, those were misguided, and God guided those who would like go back to God. And God chose who he wanted to guide because of who those people are. So yeah, people are going to always have their difference of opinion that cuts the community up. But the people who are trying to bring the community down and take away those like falsehood that people say, those are the people who are trying. It doesn't mean like there's no one word that everyone's going to agree to, because that means God guided everybody, and that's not going to happen. But
So,
you got to judge yourself on if the person who's telling you is guided or not. That's it. So that's
But
how you accept the truth.
how do you know who's being guided and who isn't? Like
Because-
it goes back to what I'm telling you. I subscribe to videos of people talking about Jesus and the Holy Spirit talking to them in their car, tell them about the rapture, tell them about the end time, tell them what the book of Revelations means. Maybe they're being. How do I know they're not being guided or being guided?
Yeah, you have to test it.
It's
You have to
people just
test the stuff.
talking jive.
You gotta
have to
go
test
back
it.
to the
You're
book.
all talking jive at that point. I don't. You say you got to go back to this. You got to go back to that. Well, that's what Muji does, and that's what the Muslims are doing, saying you got to go back to that. But their interpretation at the end of the day, they're not seeing. They're not meeting in the middle. So what you're telling me to do is they are doing what you're saying to do, but they're coming up with their own interpretation, their own conclusion.
But again, then they either added other sources that are not truth, which is falsehood, A, or B, God did not guide them.
How do you know who God guides and doesn't guide?
But
You
that's not
acting
what I'm
like you
saying.
have a pipeline to this dude
Man,
that
this is
you
you.
think you know who he's guiding, who he isn't. So
That's
you're
not what I'm
assuming. So
saying.
we should assume that he's guiding you because you got the right answer.
No, brother. In a matter of opinion, only one side would be correct, and
None
God
of
is
you
guiding
guys
the
got
side
the
that's
right
correct.
opinion.
I'm not.
None of you guys got the right opinion. I'm sorry. I got to keep it real. I mean, I like Muji. I hang out with Muji.
I think
In my
Tacos
opinion, Muji's like
has
a liberal
massive
Muslim, and he's
skepticism.
fine.
Muji, I think Tacos has massive skepticism. Like some of these atheists, they're so skeptical, they don't even know if they exist. I've heard an atheist say he's not sure he exists because he could be tricked. You understand? So he's
No,
not
Matrix,
sure or
You're missing
anything.
the point, Martin.
It's crazy.
You have to be honest and say, this is our opinion. Just say, this is
Yeah,
my
it's our
opinion.
opinion that I exist, Muji. It's our opinion. So
Matrix, Matrix.
yeah,
Matrix.
something like that. He's very skeptical.
When it comes
If
to
you have
these
such
religions, we're all in trouble because nobody knows what to do. They think they do, but they're not really sure because they can't agree with
Actually,
each
it's
other.
very easy for me. Islam is very easy. There's three things I have been commanded to do: worship God, to pray,
And that's
to
what the
give
other
charity.
guys
Wait,
are
wait, wait.
doing
Hold on. Let me do a point, and then you could cut me down.
Yes,
I'm saying
yes.
like I was ordered to worship God, ibadatullah, to make prayer, okay, to pray and to give charity. So now the point number one is, how do I worship God? God put me as a human being on this very big earth. And there's a verse where God says, "Ya ibadi alladhina amanu inna ardi wasi'atan fa iyaya fa'budun." Hey, my servants who believed, my land is very big, so serve me. So God wants me to do good in this world. So if I help my mom, that's doing good. If I help my neighbor, that's doing good. If I see an animal that needs to be fed, I need to feed it. I see something that's broken that I could fix it, I'll fix it. If I could say something nice to somebody and give them a good feeling, I will do that. That's how I'm serving God, is by serving this world in front of me, not for my personal riches and my gains. No, I'm doing it because this is God's kingdom. He's the king. I'm a servant and I'm working. That's it. Because you could see all these prophets that came, all they did was work, work, work. That's what we're here to do. So all these arguments, I do agree with you. People are taking weird opinions, but let's take it down back to the source. This is what the Jews teach. This is what the Christians teach. And this is what the Quran is saying. Work, pray to remember God. And when you remember God, you won't oppress each other, and give from charity, because then you won't love this world. You would love the act of giving. There's so many, like, you get purified by giving. That's it. That's what Islam is to me. Everything else is useless.
Okay, so
now,
basically,
if
what you're saying is that you believe in like the golden rule, like Christianity teaches. Everything you said, Jesus was basically teaching that stuff. So I get what you're saying. You want to take the basic, very core basic principles, and you want to forget about everything else. Well, you can do that with Buddhism. You can do that with the Eightfold Path. You can do that with the Dhammapada. You can do that with any other religion. You can do that with communism.
You can do that with atheism as well. You can do that with Tacos atheism. You can do that with
you
Tacos
can do that
atheism
with
as well.
atheism. You can do that with
Yeah.
any tradition.
So what is you prove? What are you trying to prove, Tacos?
What I'm trying to prove is that what everything Shore said is fine. It's humanistic. Those are humanistic values. Those are fine. But the bigger issue is that people of faith generally don't get along with each other, and it's like it becomes so.
Me and Muji are getting along.
arguments.
What's wrong? Me and Muji are totally getting along.
What I'm saying is that the greater community, everybody seems to be confused when it comes to like theological stuff. That's fine. You want to talk about charity, you want to talk about being a nice guy, but when it comes to theological issues that people are having problems with, the religions don't meet. They don't agree with each other theologically. Where you go after you die, what happens after you die, who's gonna be the one?
But Tacos, these things are hard things. Tacos, the same in science. Do you understand quantum entanglement and quantum physics and all that? That's mind-boggling. It explodes your mind.
Religion is not science. Well, if you want to talk to me about science, we go into a scientific laboratory and we discuss science.
Not everything is in a scientific laboratory. What about library science and political science? Show me it in a laboratory. Yeah?
Okay, so you want to talk about Islamic political science? You can discuss that. So if you want to bring that up, if you bring 5 Muslims into this room to debate Muji, they're going to say, Muji, you're wrong because you don't believe in the law of Sharia that says that if someone steals, you should chop their hands off. That's political science. That's theological science. That's governmental science right there. And they're going to tell Muji, no, you're wrong because Surah says, Hadith says, who should cut their hands off.
No, it doesn't.
But Tacos, how many mistakes have you made in life? How many times have you been wrong about stuff? Have you never been wrong?
Like,
Huh?
I know when I am wrong. I
You know,
assume I'm going to be
from
wrong.
beforehand,
I'm not
before you know.
pretending I know all the answers. But that's what
Yeah.
religious people are doing. They're pretending they know all the answers because they have the right interpretation. And that's the problem with Muji. The Muslims are telling them you don't have the right interpretation because you're like a liberal Muslim and we don't believe it. We're conservative and you're not. Muslim Muji is like he's like his own drummer in his own band.
No,
Brother,
I'm
no,
not.
it's not how it goes, because there's a lot of people that agree with Muji.
Yes,
Not a lot in
yeah.
a sense, but I'm saying it. There's a small part of the community that agrees with Muji because we're seeing it a little differently. We're not just getting fed what the guy in the mosque is saying. We're having a little bit of a subjective sense to it because God is guiding us when we're making an understanding, or when we're deluded on our own sense.
I understand that, but here's the
Okay,
thing.
so where's the
I
problem?
like Muji for him. I don't care what he believes. I don't care about his religion.
Brother, I
hang
don't-
out with Muji because I like
It doesn't
Muji.
sound like you
Right,
don't care because you're trying to change it or something.
No, but the person is who he is because of his belief.
No, I think it's like that because of a lot of things that he experienced in life. Like, I can go hang out with Muji and go fishing and not talk about religion. I really don't care what he thinks about religion.
Tacos, have you always been an atheist or what?
No, I'm not saying I am or I am not. That's not really the thing. It's like
No, it sounds like an atheist. So,
No, it's
have you
not.
always been an atheist or what?
It's
What are
not
you,
that.
agnostic
It's
or
not
what?
that. It's that when I have like conversation with like people of faith, it's like they always want me to believe what they believe. They always want me to know what they know, and it's like at the end of the day,
But you do the
nobody
same.
knows.
You do the same.
No, I don't. I don't come here to tell
Yeah.
people what to believe. I'm just saying that when it comes to people of religion, every one of them is confused. I can hang out with Muji and just go fishing and not talk about religion and be like a regular guy. I don't care what Muji thinks. But other extremists
I don't
in
have
the
time.
Islamic community, they don't like Muji because they don't like his
I don't have time for fishing.
I would like to play this one so that you, first of all, you see
Muji
that,
just being silly.
I'm joking with you.
All right, guys.
You're
You guys
silly
have a
man,
good day.
Muji's a
Someone
silly.
just wanted
We're
to
Just
say a
even-
few guys.
Muji's a silly man.
Look at here. This is my.
We're all a little silly. All right, later, guys.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Steve. This is Mike Pence, the
Day in and day out.
Trump's
In ways that you
vice
understand
president.
that we never fully will. But your witness here at Ashraf 3 is more important than it is one of the great tragedies.
Okay.
I renew.
This is the organization and I support. So when you say that, so they are agree with me. Okay, we are millions, so I'm not the only one. Taco, that when you say, and for those that Mr. What is it, Harris? This is one of thousands of great politicians that support my organization, and they don't support, a violent or terrorist organization. Vice President of Donald Trump, his foreign minister, and thousands of other, politicians. So, guys, it is now 3 hours, 6 minutes, and
Yes, that's a good number, Muji.
Yes,
3.
yes.
It's very good. The
Yeah.
Trinity, Muji.
Trinity
Very good.
we have reached the Trinity a little bit past the Trinity, so we can discuss more next week, and I'll be glad to have a friendly Muslim again. No problem for me,
And sure.
yes, and sure, definitely. Why he hasn't been here before? I don't know why. So my
Muji
brother,
scared or something.
Muji, before you go, I want to say one last thing. Don't
Yes.
talk about those organizations.
sorry.
Don't talk about those organizations.
Okay, why?
Because,
God bless you guys.
because there might be a
God
lot of
bless you, my brother. Please come next week as well. Yes.
Inshallah. Salam
Yeah,
Yeah,
inshallah.
God
Thank
bless.
you. Assalamu alaikum.
Meet you, Mark. Bye.
Tell me fast.
Yeah,
Tell me
Muji,
fast.
don't talk about those organizations
Yes, why? Tell me fast.
because there might be a lot of controversy. People don't agree with it. It only muddies the waters. I think if you just focus on yourself and not like try to like.
No, I'm fighting Iranian regime, and I need to support this organization. We are together. We are going to fight the Islamic extremism as well together with this organization. So
it's not a good idea though, because people don't really understand it, and they think that it's something that it's not.
Yeah, they will understand it. One day they will understand it. I know that they do. Even the message of the prophets wasn't understood, but one day they understood it. Yes.
Yeah, I hope the same for Muji. One
Yeah,
day you will understand the gospel fully.
You think we can get Muji to become a Christian?
It depends how open he is and everything. He said he is already Christian, so
I'm Christian. Yes, I'm Christian. I'm Jew. I'm Muslim. I'm everything good. Everything good. Okay.
Cheers,
So
Steven.
take care. Cheers, my brothers.
We
Take
have
care.
to fix, so we don't have to fix Muji. You saying?
We have to fix your camera so we can see you, Tacos.
So we can't fix Muji, right? So wait, before we go, was this a good session for Muji? Did Muji learn?
Yeah, he got a lot of likes. 10, one of the most likes.
So Muji is still a liberal.
So he's smiling big from all the likes you can see there.
I just hope Muji behaves himself in the future.
All right. Thank you.
Okay,
Take care.
guys.
Thank
God bless you guys.
Eating
Thank you,
pork
Martin.
or something.
Thank you. Take care, my brother.
Cheers, Muji. Love you. Cheers.
Love you too, my brother.
Bye,
Thank
people.
you.
Keep
Thank you.
stacking.
Yeah, thank you, Tacos. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. So thank you, everybody. And just before we go, yes, see you next week. Was very good, and I hope, as I said again, I don't ban anybody. Friendly Muslim, Khalil, they are welcome, despite they will not allow me on their channel. But yeah, they are welcome. So take care, everybody. Bye.